Doesn't that sound like an evil Kryptonian guy who like wants Superman dead? Like, Yorgos Lanthimos,
Oh my god.
son of Kal-El, you will meet Yorgos Lanthimos.
This is a movie.
Keep repeating. It's only a movie. Only a movie. Only a movie.
I love movies. Gosh, I love movies.
Listen to the Matt and Mark Movie Show.
This is our favorite movies of 2023. You know how we do. We're wrapping up our year talking about our favorite movies. Now, for new people, and I think there are going to be some new people to this episode, I want to say some shit right off the top. And that is, if you're new to this show, Mark and I's lists are going to be very different than everyone else's lists, as you'll see, because we actually have personalities and have singular likes and dislikes. We're not copying the same top 10 list. It's like, we're not going to be like, hey, I loved Past Lives. Hey, I loved other movie like Past Lives. Like, we don't care. We kind of subscribe more to the Quentin Tarantino top 10 list every year, where people are like baffled when they see his list, because that's the guy speaking the truth. That's what he likes. So that's how we do things on our show, and that's how we do shit on our end of year. So if you're offended that some fucking like Oscar baity bullshit is not on our list, this is the wrong fucking show for you, is really what I'm saying.
I was actually looking just to see if I missed anything. I just started going through lists and I was like, wow, I've not seen any of these movies.
Yeah,
but they're all movies where it's just like two people having a horrific life and they have to navigate their crappy country.
Like,
and it's like
Anatomy of a Fall, The Zone of Interest, Maestro. Now all the names are coming to me.
I've not seen any of those.
We haven't seen what's that, Wonka? I want to call him Wanker. We haven't seen Wanker because we don't care, dude. But we see a lot of movies. These are our favorite movies of the year. That's why we don't say best or worst. We're very good about that. These are our personal favorites.
1 through 10.
That's right. That's right. These are our personal favorite movies. We're going to count down from 10 to 1. So you'll have to wait to hear our favorite movies of the year. And Mark and I have been working hard on these lists too, dude. Mark has been, I know Mark has been playing, you've been like those fantasy football guys. I don't play fantasy football, but the few people I know that do that, that's all they do, dude. They're constantly moving teams and shit around, players and shit. That's like, they agonize over it. You've been agonizing.
For an entire week, I've been doing that to a degree where I've started to, I second guess my top 10 list so much, because actually this year had a lot of good movies and I didn't realize that until I kind of crammed them all together. And then now I think my honorable mentions list is way longer than the top 10 list.
Yeah, I feel like honorable mentions, it doesn't matter. You can have 20 of those, you know, like honorable mentions. They're the footnotes of the awards season, right?
But I think for us, a lot of our honorable mentions easily could have made it in the top 10.
They could have. I know for fact 3 of honorable mentions could have been plugged into like my 8 through 10 slot. That was really like, it was movies jockeying for position and me being like, all right, how do I really want to go out this year? And I think a good parameter for me and for this show, we've talked about this a lot, dude, is rewatchability. That's really what's reflected in my top 10 is like, do I want to rewatch this movie, or have I rewatched it already? And I would say my top 5, all but 1 I have rewatched. So I went full on rewatchability for my scale.
Oh, nice. That's probably the best way to do it. I do have a couple in there that I only saw once, and it's only because, unfortunately, I missed seeing it in the theater.
Or you also don't have the ability to like, it's so new, you can't fucking get a copy of it right now. Not a legitimate one anyway. You could get a cam copy in Herald Square from like a guy with no teeth. Hey, let's do some quick housekeeping. Let's do one more of these before we close out the year, because we didn't say this, but I would think common sense would prevail. this is going to be our last episode of the year. I have a feeling we will be back next month. I don't know what we're going to be doing because the first quarter of the year, there's like no movies. You're going to get, basically what I'm saying is get ready for a lot of retro reviews. This show might just turn into a retro review show for a little while. And we love those. So just a heads up. But for our last episode of the year, our last time of the year, Mark, let's do it right. Let's do this.
Housekeeping, you want men for pillow?
Please go away. Let me sleep for the love of God.
Old hat people, if you want a new housekeeping bite, let us know because we will ride this dead horse into 2024 still.
Has anyone complained?
No one. They only complain when we don't do it. Like those
That means
weeks.
it's good.
Yeah, people seem to like it. But if you've had enough of Tommy Boy saying housekeeping, then funny enough, that's actually going to happen to me in real life very soon. Anyway, I won't say. Anyway, housekeeping. We have a Patreon, people. Please go support our Patreon. If you haven't yet, please consider becoming a subscriber. We have a lot of cool extra content over there. You can find us at patreon.com/The Matt and Mark Movie Show. The link is in the show notes. I didn't do this last week, and I should have. But because we had a guest and I got caught up in shit, I just didn't do it. Lo and behold, it became one of our biggest episodes of the year. So all these people missed out on the Patreon. And the two people that showed up this week find out about they're like, I heard about this Patreon shit, and I'm fucking fast forwarding. Patreon.com, people. Get Wrecked, a whole video podcast exists over there. Exposing My Shelf, a whole video series that's Patreon only exists over there. Go check us out. If you want a way to support this show, for as little as $1, you can do that on Patreon. Or if a monthly thing is too much for you, go buy some merch. We haven't talked about that in a while. Go buy a fucking shirt. We got a link to the merch store. Get a mug, dude. My sister got a calendar. Get a calendar. I don't know what. There's no pictures on it. It's not like a Mr. July and Mark has a shirt off.
Logo for 12 months.
It's like a hot fireman calendar, but Mark's face is taped on each of the firemen. I didn't know Mark owned a Dalmatian. Yes, you can support the show that way too. And if you've supported us at all this past year, like many of our awesome patrons who I'll call out on the Patreon, we want to thank you, dude. Thank you.
Yes.
Patreon.com/Matt and Mark Movie Show. YouTube. Go check us out. Like and subscribe to YouTube. I don't know what happened last week. Some shit popped off.
There. Shit.
Our Snowbound Cinema YouTube episode is now at 12,000 views. I don't know what happened.
What?
That is rare for us. We
Dude,
don't.
It's growing like crazy.
Dude.
I think the last time I checked, it was like 5.
It's at 12,000. I just looked this morning. I don't know what happened.
Damn.
If somebody shared it.
People
maybe-
love snow movies.
People love snow. Who maybe it'll turn into a snow podcast for 2024. Because honestly,
even in the summer,
apparently that's what you people
summer
want.
snow movies.
Summer snow. Christmas in July. Christmas in May. We just start making shit up. Anyway, YouTube, go check us out. YouTube, like and subscribe to our channel over there. Check out video versions of our podcast. And finally, voicemail. We have a voicemail. It's 707-948-6707. We don't have any voicemails for this week.
Jeff,
We had no. Where was
Jeff
Jeff?
is he
Dude,
dead?
Jeff didn't want a fucking cameo in our final episode of the year. I find that hard to believe.
Oh, by the way, one house cleaning thing. It's Dave's birthday from the Love of Cinema, so happy birthday, mofo.
Happy birthday, Dave. Although, well, he's Australian, so I don't know how that works out timing wise.
They don't have birthdays.
You have to wish him birthdays like a full 24 hours previously. You have to be a time traveler to wish Dave happy birthday, is what I'm saying. So I guess happy belated birthday, Dave. All right, that's it for housekeeping. We're not going to belabor the point anymore. Favorite fucking movies. Mark, you touched on this briefly at the beginning of the show. We have honorable mentions. But I think this goes into what you were saying. You were like, you felt like 2023 was like a pretty good year for movies overall, right?
Oh, yeah, I think so. Shit, I have like well over 20 movies listed here.
Damn, dude. I got, for my honorable mentions, dude, I only have 6, I think, that I'm calling out. I narrowed it down to 6. I was very good about that.
There's
also
probably
too,
some stuff I've forgotten too as
oh,
well.
totally, dude.
I'm pretty sure I'm gonna go. You'll mention things on your list, and I'll
And
be
you're
like,
gonna be like,
"Oh
oh,
man,
yeah.
I totally should have put
Honorable
that one."
mention. Everything's honorable mention. Honorable mention. Honorable mention. Honorable mention. The whore of the award season. Everybody can take a turn. You want an honorable mention? Here, it costs us nothing. Honorable mention.
It's like an associate producer's credit.
yeah, exactly. The fucking director's nephew is an associate producer. Yep. So we're gonna have honorable mentions. We're gonna do our favorite movies of 2023. We're gonna talk maybe about some disappointments for the year. I always like doing that. And favorite TV series. And maybe we'll close out with like what we're looking forward to next year, briefly. All right, dude. Honorable mentions. Let's fucking start it off, man.
Okay.
You want to kind of just list a couple off? What were your honorable mentions
how should we
for
do
the
it,
year?
by the way? Because I do have a lot. Do you want to do back and forth?
Let's do, yeah, maybe we
groupings?
go back and forth, because I only have 6, and then maybe
Okay.
after mine, or I only have 6. Maybe after my 6,
how about you
could
do
just
your
fucking
6 and then
roll.
I'll rattle
Oh, you'll
off
roll?
my
Okay.
remaining 40.
Here are my honorable mentions for 2023. And it was not easy to bring it down to this number. I might actually have 7 because I can't count. No, it's 6. 6, 7? It's 7. Honorable mentions. This will also be like, you'd be like, oh, that didn't make your top 10? Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1 is an honorable mention for me. I don't know if it landed on your main daddy list at all, but for me, it was an honorable mention because I had to call it out because I had such a good time with it. But there were so many other movies that bumped it out of my top 10 that I was like, bye. I don't feel bad about it. Sorry.
Tom Cruise assassinate you.
Yep. The year only gets worse for him. It's like, nobody saw my movie and everybody saw Oppenheimer. I don't know why I made it sound
To
like
me,
that.
was the biggest travesty in cinema history. Mission Impossible got beat out by a naked dude in a courtroom.
Yep. Everybody wanted to see Cillian Murphy hang dong. Nobody cared about Tom Cruise on a train killing himself. The man risked his fucking life. And everybody was like, not interested. Can Cillian Murphy take his schlongus out and talk to me about the nuclear bomb? Hey man, can I get Robert Downey Jr. in here just to talk to me for a really long time? And then I see a little dong. That's it. Dongs were a big hit this year, Mark, in 2023.
Honorable mention.
Honorable mention,
Cillian
dong.
Murphy's dong.
That's right. Next on my list, Air, the Nike Air movie. By the way, we should say we've covered both of these movies. You can listen to our episodes about them. The Nike Air
is
movie
fucking dope.
was fucking great, and it narrowly missed my list because there's another white guy business movie that actually made my list.
I know which one you're talking about
Yep.
too, but
That
I
I
won't
was
say
like-
a thing.
Yep, I was like, I can't have both of these movies on here. And truthfully, the other one I've watched a couple times, and Air I've only watched once. Again, I was going on rewatchability, so I want to give a shout out to Ben Affleck's Air. David Fincher's The Killer, another movie I loved and was on my list for a little bit. We did an episode about it recently. I wanted to shout that out, but that did not make my top 10. Creed 3, another honorable mention for me.
Oh shit!
I really enjoyed Creed 3 a lot. I love those Creed movies. I thought this was
I
the
still
weakest.
haven't seen that.
You
one,
haven't seen
actually.
Creed 3 yet? It's good, man. You like the first 2 Creeds, right?
I love them. Yeah, but it was one
Okay.
of those things where I missed it in the theater, and I just haven't had a
Yeah.
chance to check it out.
It's fun. I mean, now you're in your Palm Springs place. You got your fucking nice setup. Now's the time to watch Creed 3. I mean, it's a little topical too, because the Jonathan Majors guy is going to go to jail or whatever. But like, if you don't want to be reminded of that,
right?
maybe don't watch it. That poor guy was
The
on top of the world.
fastest
Anyway,
career rise and fall.
yep. That guy shat pants. Shat pants. The only person who had a worse year than Tom Cruise was Jonathan Majors. Creed 3, I do want to call out. I love those Creed movies. I thought it was the weakest of the trilogy, but still a fantastic movie. Extraction 2. Yes, I'm putting it on my honorable mentions because go and listen to our Patreon about it. I had the best time with Extraction 2. It might be the best action movie of the year. Crazy enough.
Yeah,
It's a
think so,
streaming
yeah.
movie, but I'm like fucking baffled by what they were able to pull off. Especially, I hated the first Extraction. So the fact that Extraction 2 is anywhere in this conversation for me is huge. But
I didn't even
loved
think that would
Extraction 2.
happen, to be completely honest.
No. And I also want to shout out too, like, for the obvious ones, I'm not going to shout them out, but I want to make sure like people know who directed what. Extraction 2, directed by Sam Hargrave. I want to give that guy props. And my last two, these are my last two, and I'll turn it over to Mark. I want to call out Last Voyage of the Demeter, which I enjoyed quite a bit. I was
yes.
one of the few people who actually liked that movie. Everybody else seemed to have a real problem with that movie. I really liked Last Voyage of the Demeter, and I
Are we the
stand by
only
it.
two that like that movie?
Yeah, everybody was really hard on it. People did not like it. That was directed by Andre Overdahl. I want to call that out. And finally, The Equalizer 3. That's a movie I'm going to give a shout, honorable mention. Another movie that could have easily slid into my top 10. Again, it's crazy. It's a third movie in an action franchise, but like,
And
it was one of the best things I saw this year, man. I had the best time with it. I feel like Mark and I had like weeks of discussion about that movie. We kept like talking about it, bringing up scenes. Again, that's a big theme for us. Like if it keeps coming up, that's how I use the metric, you know?
That to me
Mark,
was like the sleeper hit for this year.
Yeah, I feel like that and Extraction 2 were maybe the best action movies of the year. If I can be
I actually have another one on my honor. I don't know if you saw it yet with Sisu.
Sisu I have not seen yet. I have to see Sisu. I know you loved it, right?
Oh yeah, it's really good. I had a really fun time with it. It's basically like World War II John Wick.
Is that on your list or is that an honorable mention?
This is my honorable mention.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. Honorable mention. Sisu for Mark. Shit.
Have you are you finished with your list, by the way?
I'm finished, man. It's all you, dude.
Jump in?
Go for it.
Okay.
Jump in.
So I have it. This is in no particular order. So first I have Sisu. Then I have Silent Night, which I really had fun with. Another
I still gotta see that
good
one,
action movie. The Killer also on my list. As much as I wanted to put on the top 10, so many things kind of like it made its way in and out of a few times.
You kept jockeying for that 10 spot.
I also have Extraction 2. I also have Last Voyage, which I thoroughly enjoyed, and I'm actually glad that you recommended it because I got to see it on the last day in the theater with my brother, and I think we enjoyed it a lot. So
yeah,
and
great theatrical experience.
The Pope's Exorcist.
Oh yeah,
which is super fun. I also have Thanksgiving. You know what? I don't know if I'm getting this wrong. Barbie was a 2023 movie or was it?
Yeah. No, okay. Barbie was 2023 because it came out with Oppenheimer.
Okay, cool. So I got that. I got Barbie, no Oppenheimer. I have The Flash because I actually really enjoyed it.
Yeah, you know what? I'm going to do what Mark said. I'm jumping on. I also want to give an honorable mention to The Flash because we both really enjoyed that one. That was good. And that's one I'm going to revisit.
I thought it was going to be horrible too.
Yeah. That was really fun.
I love that movie. That was like, I mean, there's some flaws in it, but I've seen it twice. And I almost put it in my top 10 because I thought it had some really, really good moments in it.
Yes. Again, go listen to our episode about that with Birthday Boy Dave. We actually reviewed The Flash, so do go check that out. This is my guess, and I'm not trying to spoil your top 10, but I have Blackberry, followed by Air. I put in Cobweb. I threw in Blue Beetle too, just because I had a lot of fun with it. Yeah, I would give an honorable mention to Blue Beetle as well. Good call.
Here's a weird one that no one has probably seen. Adam Driver in 65. I had a lot of fun with that.
Dude, I saw that. I saw 65.
Oh, you did?
I was not a fan, but I'm glad you liked it. There were things in it I liked. I liked the design of the ships and stuff, but I was a little bored by it.
Oh, really?
A little bit.
I enjoyed it. I thought it was pretty good. Although, I've probably forgotten a majority of it, but I just do remember liking it a lot. And I was like, hey, it's 2023.
2023. Put it on the list.
I also have Megan in there. Is it Megan? I keep screwing that up.
I just call it Mithrigan.
Mithrigan's in there. And then my last one is Cocaine Bear, just because I had a ton of fun with that.
I want to jump on that too with Mark. I'm going to give honorable mention to Cocaine Bear. Also, go check out our episode about Cocaine Bear. Hang on one sec. I'm going to take my sweater off. I'm going to get nude. Hang on.
I like that it blurred me.
All right.
You remember we did that episode with no shirts?
No shirts? That was our Thor Love and Thunder episode. It got really hot in my apartment because it's fucking December and some days it's like 30. And then yesterday a rainy front, whatever, moved through and now it's 70 degrees. Whatever. It's a weather show, people. We're old. What do you want from us? Okay. Dude. You called out some good ones. Sisu, I need to catch up with. Silent Night, I'm dying to catch up. Silent Night's gone. I can't fucking find it in any theater.
That's why if I didn't see it last week, I knew it would have been kicked out eventually.
Damn, man, I fucking missed it. That's fine. I'll watch it on stream.
Don't worry, by the way, Matt. I don't think And for the listeners out there, it's like, if you miss it on the big screen, don't feel bad about it, because it's okay on a smaller screen too.
Interesting. Okay. All right. That's
But
good to hear.
I don't mean, by the way, I don't mean that in a bad way. I just feel as though you shouldn't regret missing it in the theater.
Ooh, okay, good.
So it's like
All
a
right.
good and bad thing, I guess.
All right, shit. Mark, let's fucking do it. You want to start with we're going to go backwards 10 to 1.
Okay.
Shall I kick us off?
Yeah, do it, dude.
All right, Mark was right. He kind of guessed a few movies that were hidden in my top 10. And for me, my number 10 movie of the year is Mithrigan. It's
Oh,
it's
wow.
Mithrigan. It's directed by, I wanted to call this guy's name out, Gerard Johnstone. I almost called him Gerard Butler. There are very few Gerards, you know what I mean? So like, I do want to call him out, Gerard Johnstone. I thought he did a fantastic job. I really loved Mithrigan, and I knew it's always weird when you get like a movie like this at the top of the year, because this came out, if I recall, like the second week of January or something. Like, could have been a total shit show movie dumped in the middle of nowhere. And for me, it hit all the buckets you know that I love. I love camp. I love campy horror. I love fucking robots and demonic toys and dolls, evil dolls, right? And I think I was just hungry for something like silly with some good kills. And the fact that it was competently made, like I was ready for it to be like, at the time, I don't know if you guys remember this, but I was ready for it to be like the TikTok movie, because people were just like doing that fucking dance on TikTok. And I was like, this movie's going to be annoying. Let's just go review it. And that was me at a surface level. And I went in, dude, and I had such a good time. And I was so shocked at how competently made it was that I was like, holy shit. Like, that movie, I think, is single-handedly responsible for the fact that we reviewed so much James Wan this year, because he kind of had his hand in that movie.
Right, yeah.
And if you notice, this past year, we did like both Nuns, Insidious. We did a Saw. Like, we did a bunch of James Wan stuff. And I think it all started for me with this. Like, that kind of brand of studio horror with camp, that's right in my wheelhouse. I loved Mithrigan. I can't wait for the sequel. And I just loved, like, there's no, I think in some of the other movies that on my list, you could be like, oh, this actor, oh, this one scene. Like, to me, Mithrigan doesn't have a single thing that I would hang what I love about it on. It's just, I love the whole movie. Like, it's the style and the attitude of what's happening, and the fact that it's competently made and it made me laugh. And the fact that, to me, Mithrigan has still endured, and it's almost been a year since I saw it. You know what I mean?
That's good staying power.
That's good staying power.
Sometimes
even at the end of the
movies,
year.
Those like slightly the higher quality horror films, sometimes like on second viewing, you're like, oh man.
Yes. Yeah,
that
I was
movie
ready
is
to
like
not
something
like
I
it
still want
on
to see it
rewatch,
again.
but I loved it. I've actually rewatched it a couple times because I saw it in the theater a year ago, and when we went to HHN, I actually wound up rewatching it on the flight.
Oh, really?
It was like one of the one. I didn't feel like fucking breaking out my computer and shit to watch something on the plane. I was like, whatever. Delta has movies in the fucking headrest of the plane. And I was like, oh shit, Mithrigan. And I wound up rewatching Mithrigan and loving it. Even on a fucking airplane, that movie
That's
works.
a good sign, actually, if you can like it.
Yeah. Well, because
on
it's
an
not
airplane.
I noticed it's like also a very non-verbal movie. Like, you don't have to be like hanging on to dialogue. Like, it's very like easy stuff. She comes out of the elevator. That whole sequence still works. Like, you're competing with jet engine noise. That's got to get you a spot on my list. So Mithrigan is my number 10. Mark, what's next? What's number 10 for you, buddy?
Can I say before I screwed up? I have two more honorable mentions that I forgot to include. One is Smile, and the other one is Renfield.
Damn, I have not seen Smile yet. I need to see it. And Renfield,
That's another sleeper.
I was like half and half on. I love Nick Cage, but I did not like the rest of the movie around it.
I enjoyed it, but I think, yeah, it's definitely an honorable mention. So I'm going to start my 10 with Dungeons and Dragons, because
damn, yes,
that was like one of the most fun movies I've seen. All the humor hit right, the effects, everything about it. It was a very well put together movie. It's a shame that it didn't do as well as expected. So I hope there's a sequel, but I thoroughly enjoyed it. And it's one of those movies that it feels like a movie that you can just throw on anytime and you'll just watch it all the way through.
Yeah,
so that's number 10 for me.
All right. I'm going to hold my thoughts on that because you may see that pop up in my list. Number 9, Mark called it out in his in his honorable mentions, it's Oppenheimer. No, I'm kidding. Fuck Oppenheimer. Oppenheimer's not on my list at all. Actually, my number 9 is the movie that came out with it. It's Barbie. I'm giving it to Barbie, dude. Because I've rewatched Barbie, and I gotta tell you, it's fucking great. Like, it's just as good as the first time I saw it. I think a lot of people were surprised at our reaction to this movie. Go back and listen to Mark and I's episode about it. Like, we genuinely both really enjoyed the movie.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I think it's like obviously like a very feminist movie, you know, it's like very out about what it is. And to me, on paper, I think had someone told me that, I would have been like, oh man, I don't want to fucking. But it's so much more than that. And I wound up enjoying it and having so much fun with the visual design of Barbie Land, and the humor in it is so weird. Like that kind of like almost like sketch show kind of humor. It gets really brainy, but it's still funny. And the big musical numbers, that fucking I Am Ken song has been playing in my house so many times because Jess loves it. And it's constantly been a part of our lives like since the movie came out. And I just thought it was just so unique. Like that movie could have sucked. It could have been exactly what you thought. Like it could have been this like fucking clueless cash grab, like lifeless corpo movie, right? And instead we got like a real movie that says some real shit, right? Whether you agree with it or not, but like it also just made you care. Like I think there's something he said. I think this movie is the one. I think each movie I'm trying to hang some on it. I feel like this movie is the one that made me really care about the characters. Like where I was like, I care about the individuals and what's happening to them. And I just think
there's another movie like that as well. I won't mention it just yet, but
okay.
It felt very like human, you know. It was, even though it could have been like the G.I. Joe movies where it's just like very shallow and just an ad for G.I. Joe.
Totally.
But this one was like, it felt like they definitely added more to it, and it's actually something special. I've seen it twice already, and both times I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I laughed at the same jokes because they work so well. It's a very well written.
It's almost like, you know what it reminded me of, and I think I may have said this in our review. It reminded me a lot of the first Lego movie, where like, again, you're expecting this like soulless corporate movie, and you get this really human story with great rewatch value and great jokes. And this, like, dude, you said it exactly. The jokes you laughed at 6 months ago are the jokes you laugh at right now. They still fucking work. Like, that's impressive comedy to me, that it has that kind of like legs. You know what I mean? Nope. Legs was probably the wrong thing to say about Barbie. You know what I mean? Like metaphorical legs, not legs.
I also like that it's not mean-spirited. It's like,
yes,
it's
humor,
a nice
movie.
It doesn't like, it's not a hurtful movie. It's like, it actually, I feel as though it brings people together, and anyone that has reservations about what they think it is should just forget that and just watch it and
100%.
enjoy it.
Yeah. So there you go. Barbie is my number 9. Mark, what's your number 9?
My number 9 is going to be, I didn't know where to put this, so it's probably out of order, but I'm just going to stick with whatever order I created, and it's going to be Avatar 2.
Oh, shit.
I loved that movie. I don't care if it's like a story that's been told over and over. I thought the effects were amazing. I love the way it looked. I like those characters. I like hanging out in that world, and it's like to me, it's a visual treat. Yes, will it age well? Who knows? I had the feeling probably not, but for the present time, I love how it looks. I've seen it twice in the theater. I would have seen it more had I been given the chance and time to, but yeah, Avatar 2 is fantastic. I think most people that I know weren't fans, but for some reason it really resonated with me. I love those.
Yeah, that one I remember really captured your attention for a while. Plus, you're a big Jim Cameron fan. You love him.
Oh yeah. I love his stuff. I like that. I love directors that are also artists, like really good artists.
Yes. I got to give it up, man. Like I'm not an Avatar 2 fan, but there was enough there that I was kind of, I think something needs to be said, even if you're not a fan. Like, that guy brings people to the movies, and that's a good thing.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I think.
He's good for just cinema in general. It's nice when you can, I miss those big crowds. That was like one of the first movies I seen post-pandemic where I was like, oh, wow, every seat is packed. And it kind of brought me back. Maybe it's a slightly nostalgic thing, because it also brought me back to the time where everyone was in and the other thing I noticed about his movies, nobody talks through his movies. Nobody's on their phone because they're so
Nobody's got
glued
shit
to what's
to
on
say.
the screen.
Yeah, but you know what? Now that I think about it, there were two big, huge things that happened in cinema, and it was Barbenheimer, right, getting people to the theater, and Avatar too, that brought people to the theater, like where that's what people were doing. So like that's kind of amazing that guy can still do that and has done that now 3 times: Titanic, Avatar, and Avatar: The Way of Water.
It's even more impressive to do it in this day and age, though, because like back in the day, it's like all the theaters were open,
no options.
It was a lot cheaper. Yeah, exactly.
You didn't have options. It was like, everybody's got to see this movie this week or else.
Yeah, exactly. To actually to have that command over an audience must be really cool. It's like, wow, I'm making stuff that tons of people want to see.
Yeah, dude, pretty good for the director of Piranha 2
either.
I like Piranha 2 more than Avatar 2, but I still give big props to James Cameron.
By the way, every time I tell people about that's like his first feature, nobody believes me.
It's a true story. So Piranha 2, The Spawning. I believe he has a sense of humor about it, which is what I like about him, because people like me who love cult movies ask him about it, and you would expect him to be like, God damn it, motherfuckers. Like, no, he's immediately like, I read a great quote with him once that said, it's still the best flying piranha movie ever made. And like that to me shows me he has a sense of humor, and I like that. You know what I mean?
To be honest, though, I sincerely hope though he means it though, because I love when directors are proud of their really rough first time outings.
Look, dude, I don't think that dude has to put on airs for anybody. I think if he's saying it, he means it. You know what I mean? He doesn't have to do jack shit for anybody. Dude, now you've got some homework, Mark. You have to watch Piranha 2, The Spawning.
Okay, I will. As much as I mentioned that movie, I've never seen it. Have you?
Dude,
I'm guessing
yeah, I've seen it. What if you come back, dude, next year and you're all about Piranha 2? Like, you get super into it. You're one of these people who like fucking dissect scenes and stuff.
It's James Cameron's purest film.
Yeah, that's exactly. Mark comes back as a devotee of Piranha 2. That would be awesome, Mark.
I got the shirt.
Dude, one of Mark's New Year's resolutions is going to be to get way more into Piranha 2.
That's something that's actually doable.
That's exactly right.
Most of them are like, get more muscles.
I want to lose weight. That never happens.
Yeah.
I want to get a good job. You ain't going to do it. I want to love Piranha 2. Guess what? You can. You fucking can love Piranha 2.
That's very accessible for anybody.
You can achieve it. I believe.
Is it streaming anywhere, actually? Because then that could put a real damper on it.
I'm going to tell you something.
It's not streaming anywhere.
Wait, let's just watch. Hold on, dude. I bet it is. Hang on. I'm going to tell people right now at home so you can fulfill this actually, dream.
It would be really funny if you just turned it on and the rest of the show is just us watching Piranha 2
talking
with
Piranha
zero commentary.
Mark, it's available for rent. You can rent it. Which means Mark's going to pirate it.
Shut up. I would never do that.
James Cameron's going to come to your house and beat you up for pirating Piranha 2.
I love you, James Cameron.
Please don't hurt me. All right.
I wake up and I'm just like, my bed is covered in piranhas.
No, dude, you open up. It's like The Godfather, except a horse. It's not a horse's head. It's a fucking Navi head in your bed. You're like, what the fuck? Oh, Jesus Christ.
Jake Sully.
Jake Sully. I see you. I see you. I see you. Wasn't that the line in the first
But it's movie?
With a severed head. Remember in High Tension with the severed head where he fucks the head, the guy?
Oh,
Remember in High Tension? Yeah.
But the weird thing about that movie, spoiler alert, it's actually the woman.
So
that scene makes no sense.
And it's all in her head. It makes no sense. Fucking stupid ass movie.
I still love that dumb French movie.
No wonder. We have a friend. His name was Evan. His name is still Evan. He's still alive. But Evan wanted me to watch High Tension so bad when it came out. He like gave me the DVD. He was like, oh, watch this, Matt.
That's Evan's night house.
And I watched it and I hated it because of the ending. And I was like, Evan, this movie makes no fucking sense. And I started to talk to him about it. He's like, God damn it. And he got all mad. Because for weeks he pursued me. He was like, Matt, you have to watch. People get really into this sometimes. They really want me to watch movies. And then I watch
I'm a big fan of that movie, but I would not get upset at you for that because
thank you.
I totally agree with you. That to me, that ending
it ruins the movie.
Ruins it.
Yeah.
But I love like 80% of the movie, so I'm still a fan of it.
I just like the visual of like a psychotic French girl with a concrete saw. That's fun. But outside of that, dude, it sucks. By the way,
it also sucks other
if you've
things.
taken anything away, this is the only top 10 podcast episode I guarantee you that's going to talk about Piranha 2 and High Tension. Everybody else at this point is going to be like, and my favorite number 8 was Past Lives. I don't know why I keep picking on Past Lives. It's like the boring poster that I keep seeing. I'm like, people love it. Okay. I fucking
These
get
stories are very human.
It's a very serious story, and it's about Maestro Leonard Bernstein.
Would you like to see real life when you're trying to escape from real life?
Yeah. Don't you want to learn more about Leonard Bernstein? No.
By the way, I've seen some clips from that, and because I know it's Bradley Cooper, it just makes me laugh my ass off.
Do you also laugh because he directed it as well?
Yeah, that was the weird part.
Fucking idiot.
I always find it like, I know it probably isn't, but I find it super pretentious when the actors are. I love Beat Takashi, but at the same time, when I'm watching movies like that, I'm like,
you're like, come
what
on.
If he's can you imagine if someone's directing themselves in a movie and they suck?
Well, dude, that may have been why Creed 3 was only in my honorable mentions, not in my top 10, because I kept thinking about the fact that Michael B. Jordan directed it, and I was like, that's weird. Because I was like, you're not really directing it. You're in every shot. You're in every frame of your movie. So how are you approving frames, talking to the producers, the cinematographer? How are you getting that short? And how are you doing that? It's still a good movie, but you're right. It throws me. The actor-director thing does throw me a little bit.
By the way, that just made me think of like, the behind the scenes, like they're like, cut! And they're in the video village, but he's got his stupid boxing gloves on and he's pointing at things.
And his shirt's off.
These big dumb fists.
He goes into video village with his pecs all out and he's sweating and glistening and people have to be like, hi. Don't look at Michael B. Jordan's nipples. Don't look at Michael B. Jordan's nipples. Don't look at his nipples. I thought that last take was the one. Okay, great.
Why are you staring at my chest? My eyes are up here.
My eyes are up here. Creed 3. Creed 4, my eyes are up here. That's going to be the subtitle.
But it's just like a close-up shot of his shorts.
Of his big pecs. That's it.
His big tits.
At first you think it's tits, and you're like, wait a minute. Oh, no, it's not tits, guys. It's pecs. You know what I'm talking about? Sometimes you look at pictures of pecs, and you're like, hold on. I've been tricked before. Are these pecs or tits?
Revealing some interesting factoids.
That's right. Only the most interesting factoids about myself this episode. Mark, you done with your number 9? Segue of the year? Was that segue of the year?
Another classic segue. Holy shit.
My number 8, no surprise here, I'm sure, to Mark.
Michael B. Jordan's chest.
Michael B. Jordan's pecs. My eyes are up here. Number 8.
That's going to be 8 and 7.
It's two chests. You got to have 2 numbers, 2 slots. My first of 2 animated movies in this top 10 for me. I'm a big fan of animation. Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. Mark knew I was going to put this in here because I fucking love Spider-Man.
Like it's not going to be a Matt list if there's no Spider-Man.
If there's no dude, you're goddamn right. Spider-Man is my number 8. I love this. I know a lot of our fellow critics, including Derek, the guy we reviewed this movie with, you can go listen to our episode, they were mad because it's a part 1, right? And they were like, I don't feel like I can judge it until I see part 2. To me, it stands alone as its own standalone Spider-Man story, regardless of whether or not there's more to tell. I think more so than other big sequels that have tried that bullshit, like Pirates of the Caribbean 2, where it was literally like a middle episode of a series that they fucking pretended was its own movie. This doesn't
Or that
do
last Fast and the Furious movie where it's just
oh
like,
yeah, it cuts off right in the middle of the action.
like what?
They may as well have freeze framed that and been like, "Will Dom make it? Will
Can you
Dom
imagine if Mission
save his son?"
Impossible did that, where it cuts just as he
They were
jumps
this
off the
close,
ramp?
Mark. They were
It
this
goes-
close to doing that. Tom Cruise was like, "I should have gone for that freeze frame. People would have stayed. More people would have seen it." If he would have fucking waited, that's what kills me about Mission Impossible. If he would have waited like 2 months, there was nothing out, he could have scored. He could have scored. Like right now, dude, even if he'd have waited for Christmas, there's fucking nothing. There's Wanker and there's fucking Aquaman 2. And like, he could have scored if he would have put Mission Impossible here.
That is a real ballsy move, though, to go after a Christopher Nolan film, which historically gets people into the theaters, whether you like him or not.
Yep.
He gets the audience in the theater. By the way, surprisingly, I like a majority of his movies, which
we just like to give him a hard time.
Yeah, but that, like, I mean, also going against Barbie, that was, regardless of what the script was, that movie would have done well. You know,
exactly right.
Poor guy, and he's coming in with half of a movie. There's no way you're going to beat those other two.
Are you going to remember when we all go see Dead Reckoning Part 2, if it's even called that? Are we ever going to remember? They're going to have to do a previously on Dead Reckoning Part 1. And you're going to see him with the key underwater and shit. Anyway, Spider-Man's my number 8. I don't have much more to say about it other than the fact, like, the most obvious surface level shit. I went into more greater detail in our standalone episode about it. I just love the animation. I love this world. I love how they're visually achieving these. The Spider-Man stories are always a retread. We've all seen it. The origin, Uncle Ben.
Yeah.
This is the first series, this Spider-Verse series, that has truly done something original in the storytelling with Spider-Man and how we understand the mythos of the character. And that's what I appreciate. And also, it's just fucking badass. When you have 1 million Spider-Men chasing him up that rocket, like, that's one of the set pieces of the year for me, because it was just so cathartic, man. Like, I was on the edge of my seat watching him struggle against the G-force while, like, fuck, it was like an anime, dude, where like hordes, like a mushroom cloud of Spider-Men were chasing him. Like, that's fucking bananas. The movie took like 6 years to make. That's why.
Plus how each character had their own animation style, like that Anarchy Spider-Man was
Spider-Punk.
so dope.
Yeah.
By the way, it's cool. I like totally fucked it. But both of those movies, what I love about them is unfortunately, I should have put that in my honorable mentions, but those two movies, they're like the very few main franchise comic book films that don't lug in all this baggage with them. It's like, how many times have we seen Batman's parents slaughtered and we have to relive that? This one was just like, okay, here's a whole bunch of different Spider-Men and enjoy. That was like such a great way to present it.
And such an awesome, too, the idea of the canon events and like, hey, here, the idea that like, oh, Spider-Man has always needed a tragedy to be Spider-Man, in the movie saying, no, maybe he doesn't need that. Maybe Miles Morales can just have a normal life and be a normal kid and still want to be Spider-Man, and that's good enough. Like, that's really cool.
That's a really cool message, actually.
Yeah, it's really cool. So Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, I'm not even going to call it a part 1. Fuck that noise. It's its own movie. That's my number 8. Mark, what's your number 8?
Good choice. Mine is going to be, I've only seen this once, but it's so unique and odd that I had to throw it in, and I just thoroughly enjoyed it, and I didn't know what to expect as I was watching it, but Infinity Pool was probably one of my favorite movies of the year. It's such an odd, strange movie, and it's that I always look for that weirdness in films, and it delivered 100%. I won't talk about too much in case people haven't seen it, but it's one of those movies that I know I'm a proponent of going into movies cold all the time, but this one I think you should know. The less you know about the story, the better. You've seen it, right?
I've seen it, Mark. In fact, it's my number 7.
Oh.
So it's actually perfect timing. I saw Infinity Pool, again, another movie, just like Mithrigan. You want to talk about staying power? Infinity Pool came out in January of this past year, and I'm still talking about it. I got to see it in a theater.
Films I've seen.
It was incredible. I got to see it like in a really nice, pristine laser presentation at the Fancy Pants Rich People AMC. And it was awesome. I told Mark immediately. I don't know if you remember this, but I said, because I had seen Crimes of the Future, and I like Crimes of the Future, but I said, dude, Brandon Cronenberg finally out Cronenberged his dad. Where like I felt like Infinity Pool felt like an old school David Cronenberg movie, and Crimes of the Future felt like somebody aspiring to Cronenberg. So I was like, dude, he finally did it. Brandon Cronenberg fucking out Cronenberged his dad. I will agree with Mark. I'm not going to blow any spoilers or story points about the movie because I think it is worth it to go in cold. I'll just say Mia Goth. I fucking love Mia Goth. We are big fans of her on this show. She's fucking amazing, and she's so good in this. Also, she's ridiculously hot in it as well. Bonus points if you like that kind of thing, and I think you do. She's fucking excellent in it. I always fuck this guy's name up. Which Skarsgård is he? Is he Bill or Alex?
Alexander, I think.
Oh, it's Alexander. Right? I fucked it up.
Yeah.
I told you. I fuck it up. I know there's 3 or 4 of them. I always fuck it up. Okay, Alexander Skarsgård. I usually don't think much of him. Then I saw him in The Northman, loved him, and he was great in this. And he's asked to do a lot. Just like all the actors in this movie. They're asked to do a lot of things that are uncomfortable. And they sell it to you. Like, to me, the best Cronenberg movies, without saying too much, I'm talking about David Cronenberg, are the movies that truly make you feel like you are somewhere else. Like, you're getting a glimpse into a reality that's not ours. Like, Existence, Spider. These are, like, to me, some of the best Cronenberg movies ever made.
Yeah,
Naked
Spider
Lunch.
is awesome.
Like, Infinity Pool feels like, and you know me, I didn't like Possessor. I think that movie was overhyped. Antiviral was okay. I feel like for the first time, I see who Brandon Cronenberg's supposed to be. Here he is, dude. He has finally carved out a niche for himself. I thought it was psychedelic, trippy, uncomfortable, but in all great ways. I loved Infinity Pool, and also it's fucking gory and gross. And I have to say, sometimes the horror nerd in me
very
loves
unsettling
that.
in that one.
Yes,
though, because it's done in a very. It almost feels like you're watching a documentary on these people traveling to this weird country.
Yes.
Like sometimes sometimes when you have big name actors, especially like someone like Alexander Skarsgård, where they're like very good looking, they're good actors, and you're just like, oh, it's that guy. But in that movie, I forgot that it was him. It was like, oh, here's these characters, which I think
and that's because
like
that weird country, that
too.
world is so well realized and brought to life. Like every little detail has been thought out down to the fucking street signs and the characters on the street signs. Like everything has been specifically designed to make you feel like you don't know where the fuck you are. And that's one of the powers of this movie. I don't want to say too much, but I agree with Mark. I think out of any on my list, personally, if you're going to go in cold to any of them, do it for Infinity Pool. Don't do it. Don't even look anything up. Don't read anything. It's on Hulu right now. Just watch it.
Oh,
you can watch it on
By
Hulu.
the way, if it has ads, try to find a version that doesn't have ads.
Pony up for the no ads, you cheap fucks.
I feel as though that would, to be honest, I think that would ruin the experience.
Mia Goth is about to like
Cialis ad
fucking take her shirt off, and all of a sudden it's like safe light repairs, safe light replace. My baby's asleep in my car, and I have to have somebody replace the windshield. It cuts back to Mia Goth. She's like cutting a guy's head off and shit. No, anyway, Infinity Pool was Mark's number 8. It was my number 7. Mark's, what's your number 7?
My number 7 is Evil Dead Rise. I had so much fun. Most of the films in this list there are a lot of movies that I didn't think would be good. I'll be completely honest. I was like, okay, this is probably gonna stink. It's like, they're moving it to a different location. It's very different from like the main storyline. And I thought it was gonna be terrible. And it turns out it's like one of my favorite Evil Dead movies. And I love it turns out that I love the location. I was a bit nervous about that, like shifting things out of the woods. It's like, would it be scary just in an apartment complex? And yes, it is. It's fucking terrifying. And that's also a good point, really dude, good that it house too.
That it leans hard on the like. It's essentially a cabin in the woods movie, but can you pull that off in a high rise, right? In a city, something that doesn't feel secluded or rural at all, right? The opposite of that.
And it's actually you're totally right about it being the opposite, because it's like they went from single cabin in like empty woods to entire apartment, which is like the complete opposite. It's just like a building packed with people, and it's still terrifying.
Yeah. I will say more about that when it appears in my top 10 later. Tease. Mark, that's it for you for Evil Dead Rise?
Yeah, because if it makes a reappearance, then
it will.
I'll hop on that.
It will rise from the dead, Mark, in my countdown later. Hint, lobby, hint, hint. My number 6,
one of the best intros to a movie too. Sorry.
Oh yeah. My number 6 is another, it's the second of my 2 animated movies that I wanted to include in my list that I loved.
Think I know what it's gonna be.
You know what it's gonna be, dude. It's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Mutant Motherfucking Mayhem. I added the motherfucking part. I loved it. I'm a big Turtles fan. No surprise there. I grew up with them. Again, this is another one we reviewed on our show. You can go listen to us discuss it more at length if you're interested in individual reviews. We have episodes for most of these, I think. Mutant Mayhem I loved, again, for a lot of the same reasons as Spider-Verse. The unique animation style, the fact that they're doing something so different with a series and a franchise that we've seen so many versions of the same thing of. They actually made it stand out, and they did something different. It brought me back to feeling like a true Turtles fan, like a Saturday morning Turtles fan, like the excitement I used to feel watching the original series. I think
voice cast is
so perfect.
Too.
Yes, it's such a perfect, amazing idea to have them played by actual teenagers that I can't believe we've never done it before, because it works so well. They feel for the first time, and I'm talking all the movies, all the shows, this is the first time they felt like real brothers. And I love that. Like, I love it. I don't care that they changed the origin stuff, whatever. We have enough of the origin. I don't care that there's no Shredder, whatever. He's probably coming later. Like, the story they told.
I don't even care about April. I thought she's great too.
She was great. I enjoyed her. I also love the bear, so I was like, whatever. She's awesome. That's the chick from the bear. She's great. But yeah, man, I loved it. Turtles, dude. I was psyched to have 2 animated movies in my top 10, and I really think they did a great job with this. So.
That's how you know I'm a pretentious ass.
Animation.
I didn't look up any animated films. It's like,
I'm going to tell you, I almost included, this is a good part for me to do this. I almost included Super Mario in my honorable mentions, but I was like, 3 animations feels too much.
Well,
2 is good enough.
You see, you could have balanced out my complete lack of animated
That's right.
films.
That's true. Yeah.
With the exception of Avatar 2.
Asterix. Super Mario will go in my honorable mentions as well. Though. Okay.
Actually,
Mark,
all of Matt's animated films also in my.
They could go in Mark's
mentions,
honorable mentions.
I could completely forgot about that.
Mark, what's your number 6?
Okay, I'm gonna get made fun of for this because everyone I've shown this movie to has either fallen asleep.
Oh, I was waiting for this. I was waiting.
Number 6, The Creator.
Listen, Mark, love what you love, man. If you love it, I'm going to say what I should have said to you in LA when we saw this movie together.
You just fucking dope slap me.
Mark, just love what if you love it, that's great, man. I love that you love it.
Well, I'm going to quote myself. I think we've seen the greatest sci-fi.
Mark was so confident too. He was like a kid. You turned around with stars in your eyes. You were like, we've seen the greatest sci-fi movie of the last 20 years. Like, you really believed it. It was awesome. Good for you, man.
Not enough to put it at number 1.
Yeah, that was good enough for number 6. I'm like, that's like saying, like, it was good enough for a Latin Grammy.
Well, I have to put it this way, right? I've seen it 4 times and probably like 3 in the theater.
Is that the movie you've seen the most this year?
To exclude it from the top 10 would be, you know what? Actually, I think that's true. Yes.
You've seen it the most this year?
I've seen. Yeah.
I'm going to be honest with you.
I
thought it was going to be in your top 3, bro. I thought it was going to be in your top 3 for sure. I was waiting for you to be like, number 2, The Creator.
Well, here's the thing is like, I also logically have to be like, yes, this film, even though it's in my top 10, it still has a lot of problems with the script. Yeah. And you really notice, or I really notice that when I see it with other people that have brains.
I don't Mark keeps trying to sell this movie to people, and they're like, no. Wait, has everyone you've watched it with, has anyone jumped on and been like, I love it too, or everybody's hated it?
No, everyone fucking hates this movie.
I want to point out, I think one of our listeners, and Patrick M, please correct me if I'm wrong. Patrick M came to your defense when we originally talked about this, and he said he loved it. Right, he loved the movie too, and he kind of stood in your corner. So
thank you for your sympathy, Patrick. Secretly, he hates it. He just DMs you.
He just felt bad for you.
Fucking hate the movie.
Mark, I rewatched it and I don't like it anymore.
I changed my mind. He deletes all his
messages. All his shit. Yep. Deletes all his comments, hates us, unfollows us because you made him watch The Creator. I love that Mark. Dude, you're like those people with a timeshare. You kept trying to trick people, and you kept like pulling in these like couples, these innocent couples, to watch The Creator with you. We're supposed to have free pizza. Where is that? Hold on. After the presentation, you will get your free pizza.
Dude,
and then The Creator starts playing.
I invited my friend that loves technology and AI, and was like, "This motherfucker's gonna love this movie.
It's a guaranteed sure thing."
What did you think? And he's like, "It's a piece of shit." He's Italian. So I was like,
did you invite Super Mario over to watch The Creator with you?
That's why that movie's not on any of my fucking lists.
You're like, that's it.
Piece of shit, Mario.
Gareth Edwards have a meatballs in his brain. I love that you invited an Italian man. You were like, maybe if he doesn't understand English so well, he'll think this movie's amazing.
I don't speak English. I don't
Can you put on Italian track for me? Sure. He still hates it.
I hate Italy now.
I'm no longer Italian. Because of The Creator, he hates him. He hates his own nationality. He renounces Italy. I also hate the Super Mario because he reminds me of my hometown. I hate Jared Leto for pretending to be Italian in House of Gucci.
Oh my god, I forgot about that.
Yeah, don't forget that he was imitating Super Mario before it was cool. Jared Leto was Super Mario.
Why the fuck did they not give that to him?
Yeah, dude, they should have given that to him instead of the Hatbox
or at
Ghost.
least Luigi.
Nobody could even tell he was the Hatbox Ghost in Haunted Mansion. They should have just been like, do your character from House of Gucci as Mario. Just read these lines.
I think people also forgot about Haunted Mansion.
I did. Oh, I didn't. It's in my biggest disappointments of the year.
Same here.
Don't worry, we've got the real dog shit ones for later, everybody. Including Haunted Mansion, you fucks. Fucking terrible dog shit movie. Mark, before we break into our top 5, are you good to move to the top 5? This is the legit list now, dude. Here we go. The big mamas,
we'll
the big
see.
players.
Mine maybe not so much.
I cannot believe Creator was not. I thought Creator for sure was going to be in your top 3. I'm shocked.
It was at one point, and then
you kept bumping it around.
Other movie, yeah.
I had one movie like that I kept bumping in and out of the top 5, and I'll just reveal it now because I gave it my number 5, Evil Dead Rise. Which I absolutely loved, and again, you can hear Mark and I. Not only can you hear Mark and I talk about it in our Evil Dead Rise episode, listen to us talk about it again in our HHN wrap-up episode because we walked through this house and it's solidified exactly. Mark put it beautifully, so I'm not going to belabor the point. A Cabin in the Woods movie should not work in a city setting, in an urban apartment building where there's people, and it worked. It worked like gangbusters. The gore works. The fucking performance by Alyssa Sutherland as Mommy.
Oh my god.
Probably my favorite horror performance of the year. Like, I think if last year's performance was Mia Goth as Pearl, this year it's Alyssa Sutherland as Mommy. If I gave a Best Actor award, I would give it to her. There you go. Mad Mark Movie Show presents
actually
Alyssa Sutherland with our Best Actress award for the year. She was fucking excellent as Mommy.
It was cool to see someone like go above and beyond for a horror film.
Yes.
You know?
Not only that, dude, the performance, but the physicality of the role, how she was able to achieve it, even down to like her face, her grin, the deadness of the eyes, the way she moves in a scene, like that shit's not easy, man. Somebody has to physically do that. I'm reminded of that whenever I get up from the couch and I make a dad noise. I'm like, ugh. Right? Alyssa Sutherland is not making any dad noises because she's like a physical person who's doing incredible things all the time. So,
and also balancing like the humor and seriousness of it
and making it still
good.
work and paying off all the things that Evil Dead fans I think are hard to please, kind of like Star Wars fans. It's like they have the checklist of things they want it, they want everything. I want it to be fresh and unique, but I also want to see the same 10 shits. So like the fact that they were able to please most everybody, you know, they delivered on the gore, they delivered on the references to Ash, the Necronomicon, the chainsaw, the big climax in the end, making it the most bloodiest, disgusting thing you've ever seen, the fusion of the family, creature design, just general, like, again, too, a movie that's so, you know, the first Evil Deads are, because of Sam Raimi, are so known by their visual style, that distinct visual style, that they were able to take that and make it their own, says a fuck ton. Like, this to me is the horror movie of the year. I personally am gonna give it that.
I agree with you on that.
I loved it. I had so much fun. I've rewatched it a few times. Going through the house was the cherry on top. It gave it the edge over some other things. But I loved it, man. I can't wait to see what this guy does next, and I want to fucking call him out because I can't remember this guy's name. I think it's Lee something. Lee Cronin. Lee Cronin is the director. I cannot wait to see what this guy does next because he fucking knocked it out of the park with Evil Dead.
That was the
Rise.
most fun I've had in the theater too.
Yeah, it was great. That was one of my most fun theatrical experiences of the year for sure. Was Evil Dead Rise. Mark, what's your number 5?
All right, this one. Oh, pardon me. For some reason, I'm getting allergies again.
Me too, dude. Me
My
too.
number 5 is. This is the movie that I had a blast in the theater, and I was literally smiling throughout most of the film. And it's Equalizer 3. I love that movie so much.
Great fucking
It's
movie.
probably the best action film I've seen in a long time. Like the more realistic, down-to-earth stuff, not doing like, you know, Tom Cruise stunts or anything crazy. And it's just like a very heartfelt, and you kind of, like I think I said in the review, it's like you want to stay with these people, and that's the sign of a good movie, where you just want to be with the characters. And it's really sad when the movie ends.
Yeah, you want to be in that little town, right? That little fishing town that he's in.
Just hanging out with those cool people. And it's like, it's very I have to put it in there, and there's actually a couple sequels, because it's like, these are hard to do. Like it has so much going against it, and for the third movie to be the best, it definitely deserves that higher position on the top 10.
100%, dude. 100%. It is the best of its series. There's no doubt about it. They saved the best for last. I think that walk he does with the final guy. I mean, I'm gonna sound real pretentious right now, but I don't give a shit. I got echoes of like Ingmar Bergman, like Seventh Seal, like death walking alongside someone as they pass into the next world. Like, it's crazy that I'm saying that about Equalizer 3, but it's all there. I think it's all there on the screen. I'm not making that up.
It's crazy to your point. It's crazy how good looking of a movie. Who would have thought like a third movie would be also the best looking one? And just in terms of like cinema, it's a great, the way it's shot, it's almost like a Japanese like samurai film, a Western, all rolled into this
with the like the fucking
Italian
epic
town.
Like biblical imagery, like stained glass, like fucking like the Godfather-esque, like blood coming down the stained glass, like shit that feels like important. You know what I mean? Where you're like, am I really watching the third movie? Is this nuts right now?
What's sad about it is you know it's the third movie, and it's like the best one is the last one.
Yep.
As great as that, it's, you always wanted to leave on the high note, but at the same time, when you do leave on a high note, it's like you still want more, and you can still see more life coming out of it. And it's like, oh wow, if they could do that, I would love to just keep seeing this movie continue on, or this series.
I know, but how are you going to top this one? I mean, it feels like a fool's errand. You can't. I don't know if you can.
this is one of the
fucking
best
pick,
franchises where it's like one after the other just keeps ramping up.
It keeps getting better than the previous entry. I would agree with that for sure. And here I thought, like in part 2, when he fights Pedro Pascal during the hurricane, and that whole movie is setting up the hurricane coming, and the fact that he's able to use it as a weapon, I was like, dude, I don't know how they're gonna top this. And then part 3 comes out with this like biblical end of the world imagery, like fucking Ingmar Bergman level shit. And you're like, how the fuck? Maybe they could top it. You know what? I've said this before. Maybe they could top it. I just think it's such a high note to go out on.
Yeah, I don't think I like where the character, it's one of those things where it's like, yes, you want more, but at the same time, you're like, oh, the character's found peace and he's in this really
let
cool
him
area.
live.
Leave the guy alone. He's still alive. Don't make a fourth one where you kill him off for no reason. Let's just let him be happy.
Yeah,
that's what they should have done with Indiana Jones. Just let the guy be.
Just let the guy. Another movie that is missing from our lists, but might pop up on another list later. FYI.
Oh, for sure.
FYI. I'm gonna write that down so I remember too. It's a fucking guy. Fucking bullshit. All right, here we go. My number 4. Mark had it earlier in his list, or later down in his list. Dungeons and Dragons: Honor Among Thieves is my number 4. This might be the movie out of this list that I've rewatched the most. I have kept coming back to it, and I said this before, I think, but just in case I haven't, I'm going to say it out loud now again. I hate how we reviewed this, and it's purely my fault, because in the review, when we did an episode about it, I had this movie all wrong. This was a movie that it had to grow on me. The first time I watched it and I reviewed it with you guys, I liked it, but I didn't love it. Remember, I was kind of the voice of dissent, and I kept pointing out things I didn't like. And I just want to say, Mark, there's hope for you with the creator, because in you trying to get people to like it, because the more I watch Dungeons and Dragons,
I have failed 4 times, Matt.
The more I fell in love. No, you have to get the same Italian guy over by the 4th time, and maybe he gets
tied to a chair with his eyes open, like in the Clockwork
Orange. He's like,
I like the movie. Let me go.
You have created the feelings for the creator in me. I loved it. The more I kept seeing Dungeons and Dragons, the more I saw what you guys saw. I didn't see it at first, and now I do. And I'm sorry for the reaction I had, because I was wrong. This is one of my favorite movies of the year. It's a movie I've revisited the most out of any of in my list, and I love it. I can't say enough about it. It's my favorite style of movie. I love when movies have a fucking ensemble cast and they balance humor and adventure with character moments. Because to me, character is always story. And these are great characters, and you're so invested in them as individuals and them completing their mission as a group. That's why you care about the movie. You even like the fucking bad guy, Hugh Grant, because he's so likable and so well written. Like, it might be my favorite script of the year. I'm not even kidding. I just loved it. I'm sad we won't get a second one because it didn't make money. I know that more people will find this on streaming in the coming years. I know it will be called
another
classic.
life.
I hope so. If anything, a series, just something, because I feel like the cast and the quality of creatives is too good to just waste. We need more of this. So that's my number 4.
By the way, it definitely gave me Army of Darkness vibes too.
Yes,
which is like one of my favorite movies and something I've been looking for years.
It gave me
finally
like
came back.
Like first Guardians of the Galaxy vibes. But like the first time you saw that cast and you were like, damn, this is what they're doing. This is cool, man. That's how I feel. Like I get that same Guardians charge with this group. Like more than I got it in part 3. A movie that is missing from our list as well, I think. Guardians.
By the
3.
way, regardless of like genre, it's kind of cool that most of our selections, with the exception of the creator, is all based on like if we like the characters and hanging out with them.
Yes.
Which kind of proves that it's like, people just want cool, good characters. For the most part, I'm always perplexed by how many like shitty characters we get in movies where they're just like, they're just
I even think like
that
you can have a challenging movie that challenges you and your views as a viewer, but I think the character you have to relate to in some way, or that challenge is lost. Then at that
point, you really
point,
want to root for them. Yeah,
exactly right, dude. And I think that's a way, I don't think, I think you're absolutely right. Like, you have to relate in some way or it's never going to work for you.
Yeah. By the way, I know I rail against Killers of the Flower Moon a lot in our episodes, but one of the things it's spoiler alert, I guess. I don't like that you're following a piece of shit around. Like, why do I want to follow a guy that's a horrific human being for 4 hours? It's like, we want to see good people. It's like, don't you want society to be better? Show
Right.
more good
Don't you want
people
your
and,
faith in humanity restored?
Exactly.
You already have enough to hate humanity by going on Instagram and TikTok. You really need 4 hours of it for Martin Scorsese?
Yeah.
Surprise!
Like,
we're
we get
pieces
it.
of shit.
People suck.
Yeah.
How
God.
about some good stories?
Yeah, man. Fuck.
Which will surprise people later, because I won't say anything.
You're
But
like, that's my number one of the year.
Sometimes you got to go to another country to get better
that
people.
shit. Goddamn right. What's your number 4?
My number 4 is like how I went into that whole thing. My number 4 is about a piece of shit named Napoleon.
That was perfectly timed.
I love Ridley Scott. He has to be in my list, and he's got to be top 5 because I'm biased. But I also love the movie. I love the way it looked. I like the performances in it. It was very different than what I expected. The battlefield scenes deliver to the degree where I'm like, oh man, I cannot wait for that Gladiator 2 sequel, which I'm terrified about to come out. But that's this is one of those historical movies that I feel as though it's not as I would say it's not going to be in the leagues of like, Spartacus, in terms of like, I guess you could call them like these sword and sandal almost.
Yeah.
Well, maybe that's a little bit older, but you know what? I thoroughly recommend this movie just because of how unique and weird it is. And you just have to go into it not thinking. This movie is not about the battle sequences, even though they deliver. It's more about his toxic relationship with Joseph. And it's very humorous. So
I am
if
shocked,
you get a chance
dude.
to check.
I would have thought Creator and Napoleon were going to be in your top 3 for sure. I thought I had your top 3 figured out. I don't want to reveal what I know number 1 would have been, but I thought for sure we were going to be having a very different conversation. Like, these were going to be way higher up. It should also be known I have not seen Napoleon yet. I should see it.
Okay, I won't say anything else. But I thought
That's
it was
history.
a really
You
good
can't spoil
theater.
history. It's fine.
Yeah. It's a great theater experience. You know what the weird thing is? This is just one thing, and it's because I was listening to some hardcore history episodes, and it was like we like idolize all these people that are essentially, if you look at their lives, they're fucking horrible people. Like,
Oh yeah, they're
Genghis
tyrants
Khan is a
and
piece
dictators.
of shit human being.
Oh yeah.
And everyone's like, hey, this great unifier.
They're
a
like,
unifier.
he's my
of
favorite raper.
scumbags.
Genghis Khan's my favorite raper. Who's your favorite murderer? OJ. What's your favorite movie? Wonka. Sorry, I didn't mean to imply that if you like Wonka, you also like.
Wonka's a child killer, though.
I was saying to
Right?
you, but didn't I say that to you or did I say that to Jeff? I said I liked Wonka better when he was a child murderer. Give me the good old days of Wonka, man.
Yeah, I don't like this rebranding of these turds. Like,
Yeah.
He was, look at his traumatic past. It's like, he's still a piece of shit. I
I know
don't care.
that's like Disney loves to do that now. They're like, this is the story from the village point of view. This is why they're bad. Like, maybe they just suck. Maybe they just like killing. Maybe their
It's
dick
sort of like
gets
when they
hard for
humanize
killing.
the witches too. It's like, come
Yeah,
on,
like,
witches
fuck
are a lot
that.
more terrifying when they're sacrificing souls to
Yes.
the devil.
Not everybody needs a sob story. Fuck your sob stories. I hope 2024 is the year of less sob stories in media. Nobody gives a shit about your fucking sob story. Just
way-
do the thing because you want to do it.
Even like Hell's Kitchen, holy fuck, that show is like everyone has
Everybody
a
has a sob
traumatic
story.
past.
Yep. Everybody
It's like-
panders. Gotta pander. I'm gonna start calling that show Pander Express. because it's just all they want to do is pander and get to the next person quickly who can pander. Pander Express is what that should be fucking called.
My favorite is like, oh, you'll watch some show and then suddenly you're in like someone's house. Like, this is where I was beaten. And it's like,
You're like,
I'm just trying to watch something while I eat dinner. I don't give a shit about
I thought we were going to fucking Longhorn Steakhouse. This is where you were beaten?
It's like, granted, I got to be depressed while I eat my big steak.
Yeah, can I have my T-bone in peace? Can I enjoy throwing my peanut shells on the floor in peace? This is it, Mark. Top 3.
Ooh.
Here we go. Matt and Mark's favorite top 3 movies of 2020. The top 3, the big 3, dude. This is where the fucking big guns come out. I'm gonna shock you.
All right. Ooh.
Well, probably not. I think you predicted this. My number 3 favorite movie of the year, Blackberry. I fucking loved Blackberry. I loved it so much, in fact, that I thought I loved Nike Air, the Ben Affleck movie, and I did. And then I saw Blackberry, and I was like, hold on, maybe that's not as good as I thought it was.
Because you took a Blackberry, big shit on Air.
Dude, Blackberry is like... Air makes you think you're watching a movie where, like, it's just all these levels of business. Like, I'm not a guy who watches Succession. I know Mark loves Succession. You love, like, WeWork, the fucking Uber shows, all that. I'm not big into that.
I like venture capitalists.
Mark loves venture capitalist media.
Anytime someone says VC,
you're
it's
like,
in my top 10.
VC, man, are you kidding? All right, do you guys like the creator? Blackberry,
shit.
I loved. I loved it because, first and foremost, it was not just business porn. It's funny. It's funny in a way that few of these things... I think Succession might be a show, from what I've seen of it, it aspires to have some kind of dark humor. And I think for some people, maybe that's funny. For me, I don't think they pull it off. Blackberry does. I think they're able to tell you this. Plus, the real life story, not to be this person, this is like my one old man pick. The real life story is interesting enough to warrant a movie. The real life guy who created the BlackBerry, the story of its inception and its downfall. Once the iPhone comes out and completely just like crushes these guys, like, it's a fantastic story. But the fact that they chose to tell it this way, like, not make it into like a Michael Douglas like business fest, like that they chose to tell it with some humor, like, and it's got that kind of, I hate to say this, but it's kind of like, in a way, like almost like you're watching The Office. Like, you're watching something very loose. I'm talking in terms of style. You're watching something that feels very loose. Camera feels like never tied down. It feels like you're punching in for like the awkward comedy of real life. That's the only reason I'm comparing it to The Office. I'm not a white girl who wears Ugg boots and vests. I'm just saying
that we know of.
That we know of. When we turn the cameras off, I might be that. But like, it borrows that style to tell a story that I think is bigger than that. And that's kind of, for me, what makes it succeed, even over other business like-minded movies that I, again, are not on my list. But like, I recently saw Dumb Money, and I just did not think it was good.
Oh, really?
I did not think it was good. But again, because I've seen this done so well with BlackBerry, I think BlackBerry is like, it's
BlackBerry
the exception
is
of the rule.
The iPhone of these movies.
Yeah, that's exactly right. BlackBerry is the iPhone, and Air is the BlackBerry. Both are good, but one is clearly superior. You know what I mean? That's a great fucking point, Mark. That goes to Mark, dude. BlackBerry is the iPhone of this list. It's a great fucking movie. And by the way, I don't know if you know this, but like AMC Networks recently aired BlackBerry, but they turned it into like, they presented it not as a movie, but as like
a mini series.
A mini series, which I think is very strange because it's not like it's not like a 4-hour movie. It's a 2-hour movie.
It's like, how short are people's attention spans?
Yeah, like really,
seriously?
we needed to break this up into 20-minute increments or something so you could sell commercials and people can kind of watch parts of Just watch the whole fucking movie. Don't watch the series is what I'm saying. Go rent the movie and watch the movie.
This is how dumb the industry is, since I'll probably never work in it. And I'm going to shit on Killers of the Flower Moon again. Why didn't that movie get turned into a series?
An Apple series. They need TV shows there anyway.
Yeah. but instead they like chopped up a tiny movie. It's so weird.
It's so stupid. I don't know what the thinking. I mean, the thinking there is money. They're like, let's turn this thing into money, but it's so fucking dumb because it's like, you can do this. This movie moves so quickly and briskly, and you're so invested. Thanks in part, by the way, amazing performances by Glenn Howerton and the guy Jay Baruchel. Everybody in that cast, dude. Even the director Matt Johnson, who's in the movie, he also does a fantastic job. Great fucking cast, awesome style of comedy, awesome storytelling and writing. I think Blackberry to me is like firmly my number 3. That's my number 3 movie.
That's a really good choice. I kind of wish I put it on my list now.
Mark,
goddamn creator!
You had to make room for the creator. Mark, what's your number 3?
My number 3 is actually I just realized I have a lot of horror movies on this list.
I know you have more horror than me, which is strange.
That's weird. So my number 3 movie is one of my favorite horror films.
Here we go.
Talk to Me.
Yep, I knew this was coming.
I have to put this on the number 3 list.
I'm ashamed to say I have still not seen this yet. I've been catching up with my tiny horror movies. I may
not like it.
I'm hearing mixed things. I know, Mark. Don't. Mark's now.
I'm not going to hype it up. If you want to see it, cool. I thought it was. I'm not going to. I don't want to. It's hard to talk about it because I actually don't want to ruin it or put any preconceived notions into people's heads about the movie. But I thoroughly enjoyed it. It's a nice little indie film. I do like watching films that, because in my heart, I still would love to direct films. So I like seeing people's first films. I love seeing doable cinema, I call it, where it's like you as a filmmaker can watch this and be like, oh, that's actually something that I could possibly make. It's
apparently the guys who made this movie were YouTubers. They like made YouTube videos, and that's how they got their start to make Talk to Me. Like Talk to Me, I think, was also like a short video they made on YouTube, and they kind of used that as a proof of concept.
By the way, I love those type of. Where's that one? It's like where if you turn the lights on and off.
Oh, Lights Out. David Sandberg.
Lights Out. Yep. I just.
What's the one where you turn the lights out? Lights Out. Michael B. Jordan says, "Eyes Up Here." It's Michael B. Jordan's Eyes Up Here. Very well-known short film. But Mark, you loved Talk to Me. I remember because you've been celebrating it all year. Like
I even ordered that stupid A24 hand.
You did? You have the hand? Yeah. No, you don't. Really?
It's arriving on the 21st, I think. Not the real deal one, but it's
perfect
like this
in time for
A24 released like these replicas that are incense holders.
Yep.
And sometimes I burn incense.
But isn't the hand the hand that you bought? Isn't it blank? Like you're going to be able to write things in?
No, this one actually has all the writing on it.
Oh, it has writing on it.
It's arriving in 2 days. So I'll send you a photo.
Definitely take a picture. Perfect in time for Christmas. Mark celebrating Christmas with his family as a demonic hand is there by his Christmas tree.
Talk to this hand.
Talk to the hand, guys. That would have been the sassy parody version of it. Talk to the hand. And they would have had people talking to that hand. I'm ashamed to say I haven't seen it yet. I'm going to see it. I wanted to try and see it before this episode, but I had too many other crappy horror movies to watch to get through. So I didn't see it yet. But Mark, you have me excited about seeing it. And I've heard many other people who've told me it's amazing.
Evan's
dying for me to see this one.
It actually feels like a movie that I'm pretty sure he likes it if he saw it.
And I think our buddy Tommy Nuggets, I think, has also sung the praises of this movie too.
Oh, good.
Didn't last episode he mentioned Talk to Me? He was like, "Yeah, I gotta see Talk to Me, man. It's good."
Shit, I have a terrible.
I don't know why I made Tommy sound like Batman. You gotta see Talk to Me. It's really good. He doesn't sound like that. So there you go. Talk to Me. I can't wait to see the Christmas photo of you with your family and your Christmas tree and the fucking demonic hand. You know what I appreciate about you, dude, though? When Mark loves a movie, that should let it be fucking known. He truly loves it because you would not be buying other merch from other movies. Like, you really loved it. You loved it so much, you bought that because you love the movies. Mark is not a fake fan. He, like, truly loves it.
I may not buy the physical media, but I will buy the props from the movie.
That is true. I would never buy this Blu-ray. I'll buy this hand instead.
It's 4 times the cost, and I can't watch it.
Mark, is it gonna be holding like a Christmas card? what is it gonna be holding
that's
for
a
Christmas?
good idea.
Yeah, you should put
Or a
Christmas
pine cone
theme
or something,
or like
or
a
a baby
fucking
Jesus.
a glass of eggnog. All right, my number 2 of the year, I think, is probably going to be
shit.
Mark's number 1 of the year. My number 2 of the year is Godzilla Minus One.
God
fucking
damn,
loved it.
that's a good one.
I want to call this guy out because I get his name wrong. Takashi Yamazaki. This guy has made many films. He's done animated things, live action things. This is his first Godzilla movie, I believe, and we talked about this in our Patreon a couple weeks ago. I think on different episodes because I saw it, then you saw it.
Yeah, I think I saw it as a result of you recommending it.
I think this is. I think I'm going to make a bold claim here, but I don't think it's that bold. I think this is the best Godzilla movie ever made. And I also think it beats the 1954 Criterion original.
Yes,
like I think
agree.
it beats it. Now that's not to say that movie's bad. I think that first movie is a classic. I'm not even being a jerk and naming all the schlocky Godzilla movies that I love because those are clearly schlock. Like 100% sincerity, Godzilla Minus One is the best Godzilla movie ever made.
Yeah,
I have said a lot about this movie already.
1991.
1998 with Jean Reno and I want a cup of coffee. You know, Jean Reno only wants coffee in that movie. Matthew Broderick fucking running around. Matthew Broderick has had the weirdest fucking career. Anyway, Godzilla Minus One thankfully has no Matthew Broderick and no Jean Reno and no baby Godzillas. Instead, it actually, this is what we were talking about on the Patreon. It actually makes Godzilla scary again. I think for a long time, as long as you and I have grown up with the Godzilla media, like Final Wars and SOS and even Shin Godzilla to a certain degree, and the newer MonsterVerse stuff, the Monarch stuff, Godzilla to me is not scary. He's kind of just this cool
I was never a fan
kaiju.
of that protector thing either, where it's like,
Yeah, I don't like
"He's
Godzilla
gonna
as a
protect-"
hero.
It's like, didn't he just step on thousands of you people to protect your dumb
didn't he
city?
kill your ancestors? Like, why are you rooting for him? I don't like Godzilla cast as the hero. I think Godzilla's a force of nature that you need to fear, and this movie understands that, and it wisely sets it shortly before the events of the very first movie in 1954. What this movie also does really well is, and I'll let Mark probably will speak to this too, is the fact that they actually made you care about the humans. And that's these movies struggle. Only 2 other Godzilla movies have made me personally care about the human cast. And for the first time in a long time, I was so invested in the human story that I was always wanting to be around them. I didn't care so much about Godzilla. And so when Godzilla would come, I was afraid for them because I didn't want anything bad to happen to them. Like, it's such a neat
spoiler
cast.
alert, that one character, I was like, no!
I was like, don't do it, man. I know the fucking, well, let's just say it. Spoilers for Godzilla Minus One. Let me hit this. Spoiler for Godzilla Minus One. The fucking genius thing. It does it. It's so simple, but it goddamn works. The fucking thing that this guy is a kamikaze pilot who is in guilt about not doing his service. And then later, the way that he's going to prove himself, the way that he's going to save the day is to finally pay off the duty that he was supposed to pay. And the fact that the other guy, the mechanic, sees that and puts the latch in to save him. When you cut away, because at first when the plane hits into Godzilla's mouth, you're like, that fucking guy's gone. And it feels like this moment of like, wow, like this great show of human triumph. Like that guy overcame everything. And then the relief you feel when Yamazaki cuts away and you see the fucking parachute, the relief I felt, dude, I was like, I love these characters. I love them. I was in awe of this movie. And by the way, Godzilla has never looked better, dude. If you want to talk about spectacle, I was like, this puts you in the shoes of what it must really feel like to be in the center of a Godzilla attack. I was like, wowed by
especially
the visual
when
realization
he was
of it.
with the reporters on top of that building as he's knocking all those buildings over. That was insane.
And
by the way,
I love too the way the atomic fire breath, like the way his spines would like lock into place.
Yeah, and they rise up.
Yes.
Oh, and the sound
So
effect
cool.
of that. By the way, not to sound like an ass, but I thought it was such good historic detail to a degree where it sort of ruined that surprise. I was like, they left the German writing on the chair. I'm like, they fucking invented the ejection seat. Damn it.
Yep.
I was kind of hoping, I wish they had done it where it was like kind of beat up and all that, you know, the text was rubbed, all that German text was rubbed off.
Yeah.
But I thought, for me, my moment for that was when his I guess, was that his girlfriend, I suppose?
Yeah,
When
his
she
kind of
gets
live-in, his
swept
like
away?
common law wife, I
Yeah.
guess. Yeah.
But when she got swept away, and then at the end when she's in the hospital, that sense of relief. By the way, one of my favorite parts is that Doc's speech is not really based on self-sacrifice. It's more based on, I'm going to bring everyone home, and he
Yes.
fulfills that promise. I
Yep.
believe most of them, and mostly the entire main cast, survived that incident with. And also, I love the fact that it's like they approached it not as like a military thing, like we're gonna nuke him, we're gonna bomb. It's like, let's use science as a way of, we'll use like pressurization as it's brilliant.
Yeah, it's
I don't think I've
fucking awesome.
ever seen someone deal with that type of thing.
Was that the
from
first time? Yeah, like you've been like, damn, that's actually a good idea. Like you're you know, some
Especially for
movies
that
would
time
show you like a
period,
shitty
too.
idea and have everybody be like, what a great idea, even though you don't believe it. The characters are doing that, so you kind of co-sign, like, oh yeah, sure, okay, I guess. This was the first time I genuinely was like, the audacity to use the pressurization is such a good like scientific idea. Like, I'm not a science guy, but that's fucking solid, right? Like, I was sold.
Yeah, and it matches the time period too. It's like diving's been around, everyone
Yep.
knows about. It's brilliant. I don't know. That
I
was
also
one of my
love the
favorite
fucking
parts.
disgusting blobby nebulous shape that Godzilla's in by the end of the movie. Like, you're just looking at this like pile of shit floating, and like eventually it starts to beat as if a heart is beating, and you're like, oh my god. That's so cool. Yeah,
By the
dude.
way, this movie was very much like Jaws in that it made you terrified. When I saw Godzilla swimming in some of those scenes,
Yes,
it looked terrifying. Oh,
especially too
like,
to the
I don't want
sheer
to go
scale.
on a boat.
Like when they're on that little tiny, like almost like the orca from Jaws. They're like on this little tiny boat made out of wood, and I love that they were like, yeah, not detectable, right? So that's the
There
cool
was a
thing.
reason for it.
There
which
was a reason.
Cool, yeah.
It wasn't just cool looking. There was an actual reason. Like they had done the homework. But when Godzilla's giant fucking maw opens up, you get the idea of how big he actually is.
Yeah.
Like it's fucking crazy how big that thing is. I loved it, man. I loved it. Mark, what's your number 2 of the year?
My number 2, I know it's half a movie, I admit it, is Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning.
Wow.
Part 1, because that's another movie I saw at least 4 times in the theater. Every single time, the audience always gasped at that one moment as he launches off that ramp. I know, I thought it was like, in terms of effects work, some of the best action sequences I have seen in a long time. And
Damn.
you know, the train sequence, there's too many cool sequences in that movie for me to be like, yeah, it's half a movie, but I had so many thrilling experiences with it, even on the rewatches, that there's no way I can put it so far
Especially
down.
those train cars as they're decoupling
Oh my
and falling
God.
and they're like running through them. Like, Jesus Christ. That was my favorite bit, I think. Even more so than the bike.
And also, if you have an actor and producer that's willing to die to entertain you, I know I've said this many times, you can't put him on the bottom of the list. Nobody else is doing that, you know?
Yeah, that's true. That fucking guy really wants your money. He wants your ticket money.
But he wants your money so bad that he will die.
Get rich or die trying, right? 50 Cent just pretends he's doing it for real.
Well, here's the thing is, I actually think like he's one of the few actors that in interviews is like, he likes going to movies. He still goes to movies, and
Yeah.
like,
And he was out
I
there
love-
like going to Barbenheimer. He's like, I'm gonna see
Yeah.
Barbie first and then Oppenheimer. Like he had
Like,
it
how
all
many-
mapped out.
By the way, I love those type of filmmakers. I'm not a fan of the filmmakers that are, and I'm sure there are a lot on my favorite filmmaker list that do this, but where there's like, I gotta go into the movies. I don't even watch my own movies. I like
Yeah.
people that still like, if you can be that deep into movie making and still enjoy going to the movies, that's awesome. And that means you'll probably make good movies. which he
Agreed.
does.
Yeah, don't be pretentious asses and
Yeah.
pretend you don't like movies like you're too fucking good for your job. Okay, well, if you don't like it, then go do something else. You're too fucking good to go to the movies, John Malkovich, you son of a bitch. Then don't fucking show up then.
That means it's just like a job, you know.
Dude, I love that Dead Reckoning is so high on your list because Tom Cruise is going to come to your house and like shake your hand.
I hope so. I love that guy.
He's going to ride a bike.
Please,
off.
Mr. Cruise.
You like look up in the sky over Palm
convert.
Springs and here comes Tom Cruise like riding a bike.
There
over.
is a mountain there for him to jump off.
Dude, he's going to jump that mountain into your backyard. Mark, I just want to say thanks.
Comes through the plate.
Yep, he drives through your house. he steals your talk to me hand. Oh no, come on.
It's like, oh, I still go to the movies. This is one of my favorites.
This is one of my favorites. No, he thinks he's shaking your hand and he reaches and grabs the talk to me hand and just drives away. Wait, no.
And he accidentally uses the hand to summon some thetans.
Yep.
Or whatever the hell they're called.
Thetans. He thinks it's like a magic lamp. He can make a wish. So like Dead Reckoning Part 2 is like the biggest movie of that year. And the hand doesn't give it that. Instead, it takes over his mortal soul. Tom Cruise acting very strangely on red carpets lately. His eyes are blacked out.
I swear to God, I was just the same.
Where does this now? We did a whole episode. I know I sound like a broken record, but it's true. We did episodes for all of these movies. Go check out our Mission Impossible episode.
Get Wrecked too. So
yep.
But
if you want to hear
Patreon,
Mark
subscribe.
talk more about Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning, go listen to that episode because we went fucking hardcore, like in depth on that one.
Oh yeah.
Where did that stand? I don't remember. Where did that stand in your ranking of the Mission Impossible movies? Like, was it up there?
It's up there, but I still think the one where he inverts the helicopter is still number one.
Oh, Fallout.
Yeah, Fallout. Fallout was crazy good.
I think Rogue Nation is my favorite.
That one's great too.
That one's like a Hitchcock spy movie.
They set the bar a little bit too high, I think.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's
another one, just
really
like Equalizer, where it keeps getting better, keeps getting better. He keeps outdoing himself.
I mean, by the way, even though it didn't do well at the box office, when you take the filmmaking aspect and the effects work and the stunt work
and the commitment,
it's still really damn good. You know,
yeah, it's
don't let the
amazing.
Box office numbers fool you. It's still just as good as those other movies. I think it may have been detrimental to split it in half, but at the same time, I'm happy to get 2 more Mission Impossible movies. So,
well, there's a rumor that the next one's not even going to be called Dead Reckoning Part 2 because the public didn't resonate with Dead Reckoning, so they're just going to call it something else. But I'm like, does that mean they're going to abandon everything they were doing?
That did not go well for the last time he did that with the movie, which is Edge of Tomorrow.
That's right. Yeah, that's absolutely right. Yeah. They're going to do it again. They're going to just change the name for the next one. That's what I heard. So, could be wrong.
Oh, no.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go.
Ooh.
The number ones, our favorite movie of the year. You're about to hear it. So, I opened this show making fun of all those like obvious lists. Well, my favorite movie of the year winds up being a movie that I think is on a lot of people's lists. It's The Creator. No, it's actually The Holdovers is my favorite movie I saw this year.
Wow. That's actually...
Isn't that nuts?
I'm planning to see that actually, so I'm even more excited because
it's my favorite movie.
It's surprising to see a movie. Not that I'm not a fan of those movies, but to see that type of movie at the top underneath all those other movies, that means it was been really.
It really affected me, dude. It really affected me. Usually, you know me, you know my style. These movies aren't usually the movies that I go out of my way to see, or that this movie affected me on such a profound level that I haven't been able to stop thinking about it since I saw it.
Really?
Yes. We talked about with Barbie, we talked about movies about humanity, and I think you could certainly say that about The Holdovers. I don't want to give anything away, but I'll just say what I took away from The Holdovers. I know we like to make fun of It's a Wonderful Life because it's just so ubiquitous, but like, you know how It's a Wonderful Life kind of teaches you about community and how like everybody's kind of got their own shit going on? Okay,
Yeah.
dude, I think you could take that exact fucking thesis and you could put that on top of the holdovers, because the holdovers shows you that no matter kind of you're living your life and you're doing what you're doing as a person, the person you're interacting with, they are dealing with things you have no idea. And sometimes some people show those things on the surface and some people don't. And it doesn't make their problems any less than yours. I can't believe I'm saying this. I love American Ninja. You know what I mean? Like,
no, I'm just
I
kidding.
love schlock and crap, but I was genuinely moved by this movie, dude. I was genuinely moved to the point where, like, again, I think because I don't like many grown-up movies like this, like I keep thinking about it even today. Like, I just keep thinking about it. And unlike the
That's a
creator,
good movie, though.
I've shown this movie to a couple people now, and they're like, they love it. They fall in love. They fall under the spell of this movie. So I'm kind of hoping that happens to you, because I was truly watch Mark leaves and hates it, which is fine.
No, I love those type of movies, and I actually like these like throwback and even movies of that era that it's kind of trying to replicate.
It reminded me, you know what's funny? It's like I don't have any connection to that era, right? Like those kind of I know Alexander Payne has like a hard on for like the 70s because that's the decade he remembers. But you know what it reminded me of? Because I don't remember the 70s. I'm too young. Like it reminded me of like Dead Poets Society, which is another movie I love. Not surprisingly, also takes place in a prep school, like a boarding school. Like, it's just a movie. It almost to me conjured that like 80s drama, real people, like rich assholes, but then the humanity. Like, I fucking loved it. The Holdovers is my favorite movie I've seen this year. And let me tell you, it was neck and neck because I saw it before Godzilla, and I saw Godzilla, and Godzilla shook me to my core, and I was like, fuck. So I jockeyed. So we talked about how we were fucking with our lists. I went back and forth. But I kept coming back to the Holdovers because it had that kind of an effect on me. So it's my favorite of the year, man.
Wow.
I was truly moved. Although also I will say, it got me teary eyed. Like not many movies.
Did Godzilla though, or no?
Godzilla did with the parachute. When I saw the guy shoot open, I was like so relieved. Like naturally my emotions started to come out because I was just so fucking relieved that guy was all right. And that his baby was going to have a dad to come home to. I was like, oh my God. And then to see the flashback with the fucking mechanic telling him, I was like, oh my God, it was right there the whole time. Like I was blown away also by the artistry of that. The way that Yamazaki was able to conjure those images together and like at the right time to withhold information and then show you, like, perfect, dude. Perfect. The Holdovers was able to do that in a very different way, but like, when it chooses to show you how people feel and what they're feeling. And it's fucking great too. It's so funny. It's not just a sad sack movie. Paul Giamatti fucking owns in it. He's really funny. The kid in it is great. I forgot his name. The whole cast is awesome. It's a fantastic movie. And the fact that it is kind of a Christmas movie, which is nuts. So it's my favorite of the year, man. Holdovers. I love it.
Are you planning to rewatch it anytime soon?
I have rewatched it since I've seen it. I'm actually going to rewatch it again over the holiday.
Oh wait, is it on streaming now?
It's on rental, not stream. You can rent.
Wow.
You can rent. So I actually bought it.
Can I ask you a question? Do you think I should see it in the theater or watch it at home?
I don't think you need to see this in the theater. In fact, I think knowing you and the shitty experiences you've had recently with your audiences, it might be better for you to just enjoy it at home where you don't have to worry about idiots.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe I'll do that.
I would say you could comfortably, and also too, by the way, dude, I think your family would probably love it. I'm not even kidding.
Okay,
it's
cool.
just like a great movie. Like it's a fucking legitimately awesome movie.
Damn, I can't wait to see this now.
Yes,
Shit.
it's great. Mark, what's your number one of the year?
Well, strangely, it's another horror film. Who would have thought?
Dang it.
My number one film is Skinamarink.
Oh no!
Of course, it's Godzilla Minus One. It's
Yeah.
the most emotionally attached I've been to a movie of this year, and I feel as though the creator should have had this much humanity. I think the problem with the creator was the characters in themselves are not. You don't connect with them. In Godzilla, you connect with them immediately. It's crazy. Like you don't have to like spend a lot of time. You love these people from the beginning all the way into the end. You don't want anything, like Matt was saying, you don't want anything bad to happen to them. And the fact that for the most part, nothing bad happens to them, but it doesn't change the fact that the stakes are so high. And I by the way, I like that they didn't kill anyone, because I believe that makes rewatching it even better, knowing that it's
Yep.
like you're not going to watch these people just get slaughtered. So every time you watch it, you'll probably come away with something new, and you'll probably connect more with them as people. And which is, I think, the craziest thing, that I'm saying this not about like a movie that doesn't have I'm talking about a movie that has a monster in it.
You're
And
talking
not
about a
just-
fucking
and not
Godzilla
just
movie.
any
Isn't that
monster.
nuts?
It's a legendary monster that people have spent years with. And I don't think I've ever cried during any Godzilla film, with the exception of this one, multiple times, because it's the humanities there. If you took out Godzilla, it would be probably nominated for so many awards.
Do you think
You know?
that it's not in the awards conversation because it's a fucking Godzilla movie and people
think
haven't
there's-
figured out that it's like a secret amazing movie?
The thing is, I find that most award shows are just pretentious drivel, or
I
it's
agree.
like there's a political motivation as to who will be in position. And because of that, all these movies get left by the wayside. Like, no, I can't think of any of these like major critics that's going to be like, oh, a Japanese movie that has a Japanese version of Godzilla, like the original. I can't see them putting that in a list, because I think they're going to stumble over. And also, it's called Godzilla Minus One, which I think when you watch
Which
the
to
movie,
casuals is probably
it's
confusing.
yeah.
But when you
watch
see it,
the
it's
movie,
very clear
totally
what
makes
it is.
sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
But at the same time, when you see that, it's just like, it makes it feel that it's just another sequel to Godzilla, which it isn't. It's like its own movie. You could erase all of Godzilla's history, and if you just watch this movie, it's more than enough. Like I said, the humanity is the best. Matt zoned out. Death
No,
to
I was
America!
finding I was finding the guy, because just like I gave the fake actress award to Alyssa Sutherland, mommy from Evil Dead Rise, I want to give the Matt and Mark movie show acting award, and I want to get this guy's name right, to the pilot of the movie, because I was so touched by his performance. And that guy's name, I might butcher this, I'm going to try it. Ryonosuke Kamiki, who plays Koichi Shikishima in the movie. That guy, to me, best performance of the year.
Oh
Easily.
yeah. Unfortunately, I hope people recognize that. But yeah, I totally agree with that. He's
Dude, that
fantastic.
sucks though that they wouldn't be. You know what's gonna blow? And I know, like, I don't give a. Here's the thing: I don't give a fuck about award shows. I agree with Mark; they're totally politically minded, and people buy those nominations. It's a fucking popularity contest. It always has been, and they clearly have agendas. But to me, it just sucks that a movie that is deserving, like Godzilla Minus One, is going to be out of that conversation simply by virtue of the fact that these stupid fucks are just going to see the title and be like, I'm not even going to deal with that. I'm not even going to pay
or just
attention to
even
that.
the genre, because it's like, oh, it's a monster movie. I've already written it off.
And they're
It's like, wow,
missing
you're
out on
missing
this
out
like,
on an amazing opportunity.
fuck yes.
To see something
on like a
incredible.
truly beautiful human story. Like, it's fucking solid. It is.
I feel as
solid.
though, like, doesn't it feel like when you tell people that they in the back of their, I just see, it's just, you can see, it feels like they think you're full of shit.
Yeah, they think you're
And the
playing
thing
them.
is, like, you have to watch it though.
Yes.
No one will believe you. They just have to get their ass to a theater. And there's a good reason why I think at least in my area, it's expanded, because people want good movies, and this is a good movie. And that's why it has to be number one, because I haven't seen The Holdover. So for me, in terms of humanity and bringing people together, who would have thought that it was going to be Godzilla, you know?
Yeah. I'm so glad it is too. Like, I just
Oh,
love
yeah.
the weirdness of that. The fact that that's randomly a Godzilla movie is the like the movie of the year. Like, I
Yeah.
love that. I love that.
It's the
Like,
most pleasant surprise. And it's weird because I think after I saw the trailer in the theater, and it did push it more toward that action side, but then I just started seeing my friends post about like how it made them cry in the theater. I'm like, wait, they're talking about the Godzilla movie? And I was like, is
Yeah.
this a joke? Are they crying in because they're laughing? And it's always like, no, it's because of the humanity and
Yeah.
how awesome all these characters are. I can't think of any other movie that I've seen where I've been so connected with the entire cast. Not just that main character is good. All the little
They're all
friends,
good.
all his companions on the boat. Doc is awesome. They're all
Doc
like
is awesome.
really, they're good people. That's the thing. It's like these are good people that care about other people.
And
You're
you
not
get
gonna
invested,
that
like, even when you
American
don't know the
bullshit.
people, like, I don't know about you, dude, but like when the fucking mechanic guy that he had fucking hates him in the opening of the movie, when that guy shows back up later to help him, I almost like started to cheer because
Yeah.
it was just so beautifully done that guy would fucking return. And
But
that he
also-
was like, you could tell he just did not want to fucking be there. Like, it was just.
But the way
awesome.
he gets him to come back too is brilliant. He's
It's
like,
great.
I knew you would get so mad that he would show up to
Yeah.
punch me. So it's really funny. And also who was, by the way, this is because I've only seen it once. So the woman at the beginning that gets upset at him when he comes back, who was she to him?
She's just a neighbor. She's just a
just a neighbor.
lady
Okay.
who's in the whatever you want to call that, the fallout area, whatever. She's just
Yeah.
a neighbor. She has a shack too. Yeah, he came back and she was like, "What the fuck you doing here?
Yeah.
All these people are gone. You shucked your service." And then she winds up being like, that's what I loved about it too. Is like,
That's
it
what,
wasn't
yeah,
just the
even
family,
characters that
but it
are
was the community.
assholes.
Yes. Like,
So
she
it's like
gets
you
to lean
don't
on
get
them.
Yeah, it's like even though you get these characters that are in an American film, they would just be persistently turds.
Yep.
But in this movie, they change based on what happens to other people and in the environment there, and it's like, wow,
Yeah.
what a
Enough
good
so
message.
that by
You
the
don't
end of the
have to be a
movie,
cunt.
when you think he's gonna die and he leaves the baby in her care, you're actually relieved because you're like, well, at least that lady's responsible and like loves that child.
Yeah,
Like, you're never
it's
like,
like
oh
she-
no, she's gonna be fucking relegated to having this horrible life with this horrible woman. Like,
Yeah.
no, that's not it at all.
and it's cool for the characters too because she's gone through so many devastating losses that it's her opportunity to regain those moments back, and it's really sweet. That's one of my favorite things for characters in a movie where you have all these people who've had traumatic experiences, but they kind of form around that, not to have misery porn, but to create like this new family made up of different people that aren't related. But it shows that, like, when the girl calls him daddy, it's so
Yes.
sweet,
Yes.
and it shows you that it's really not like your familial connection. It's like your humanity that brings people together. What an awesome message for a movie.
Yes. Yeah. And that it extends not even from the hero, but like even that guy, the young guy who's on their crew, who they like are like, you can't come. And then that guy finds a way to show up at the end because he wants to help his friends. He wants
Yeah.
to be there. Even that side guy gets like a heroic moment. It felt like I'm not kidding. It felt like when you watch like the old timey, like patriotic movies, like you are rooting for them. You want them all to live. You're proud of them when they show up to fight. Like it's fucking amazing, man. It's a fucking amazing piece of work.
Oh yeah.
I hope this guy doesn't get Hollywooded. I hope
Yeah.
Yamazaki, like I've been hearing stories where he's like,
John Woo.
he's like, I want to direct a Star Wars. And I was like, no, stay away from them.
Disney.
Don't fucking do it to yourself, man. Please. Just make
All of a
other
sudden,
stuff.
all his characters have like, all these disorders and shit. It's like, oh no.
I'm
They've
like,
become
please don't ruin
American
this guy.
characters.
I'm like, he's like the first new interesting director in a while. Please don't Disney, don't just stay away from him. Please. Don't do it.
Yeah, don't make him make another character, another director that just has to deal with like these characters with traumatic pasts. It's like, I don't give a fuck.
I don't want to read a story about Kathleen Kennedy firing him in 6 months because he's not making the Ray movie she wants him to make. You know what I mean? Fucking A. You know it would happen too. So there you go. Those are our favorite movies of the year, people. Mark, should we quickly call out? I mean, I think we kind of already did, but like we have biggest
Sort of, yeah.
disappointments, favorite TV series. I mean,
I think ours will match. How do you want to do this, by the way? I have
here, why
5.
don't you call a couple out? Just call them out.
Okay. Number 1 for me was Indiana Jones, just because I was looking forward to that for so long.
We should say biggest disappointment. Biggest disappointment.
Yeah. And it's one of these movies where they did the opposite of, we just talked about Godzilla. This movie, every character was a piece of shit, including Indiana Jones was just a grumpy old guy.
Yep.
He was annoying. His life had gone so far south
And
that
that fucking
he's a
Fleabag lady was
miserable
annoying
piece
too.
of shit. Yeah, everyone
And
in
her
that
little
cast
her little
was
assistant
annoying.
Teddy, annoying. Everybody was annoying. I hated all of them.
And everyone, it's like the other thing too is like everyone. I really that's like maybe it's an American thing where everyone has to fucking compete with each other. How about you just fucking get along, you dumb
Yeah.
idiots?
And don't put Antonio Banderas on the poster if he's in the movie for one scene and then
Yeah, I
dies.
know.
You fucks. He's the best
Dude, I
diver in
forgot
the
about
business.
that.
Then they show him dive and then he dies. They should call him the best dyer in the business because he died the best. He died in a scene. You fucking jerks. Sorry, what else you got, Mark?
I got the other one was super disappointing, and because we had seen some of the props at HHN was Five Nights at Freddy, I was hoping for a lot more out of that movie. I'm gonna throw another one. There's Thanks a Lot, Matt, for Winnie the Pooh. That movie sucked.
I'm sorry.
Biggest disappointment. Matt having Tommy and I watch this goddamn movie that he didn't even watch. Did you even watch it, you turd?
I have not watched it yet. I'm not gonna lie. I have not watched it
And
yet.
by the way, I wouldn't put you through it. Don't watch it. It's a piece of shit.
I'm so glad we didn't do that episode.
The other two are going to be Haunted Mansion, which I was looking for like a really fun, old school, Haunted Mansion movie. And it just was like, it fell flat on its face. And The Nun 2 was a huge disappointment as well.
The Nun 2 was a piece of shit.
Especially after the first one I enjoyed. And then the second one, just like another faceplant of a movie.
I'm with Mark on all of his picks. I also want to add again, I will echo Haunted Mansion, Indiana Jones 5 for sure. Fuck both of those. My other big disappointments, Quantumania, the movie that single-handedly made me stop caring about the MCU. It actually broke me to the point where, to the point where we don't review Marvel movies on the show anymore.
Oh, was that the breaking point one?
That was the movie. That's the movie that did it.
And by the way, such a surprise too, because the Ant-Man series has been great, standout.
That's why it was so disappointing. I thought for sure I love the first two. The third one's going to be great. Nope. Also, I want to call out Meg 2, The Trench, because I love the first Meg so much, and I was so excited for Ben Wheatley, a director I love, to enter a franchise I love, and I thought Meg 2 was just blah. It was meh.
Yeah, I can.
The meh 2 is what I would call it. Also Skinamarink. Mark joked about it, but I'm gonna throw it in there. We were both excited.
Pile of shit.
Everybody hyped it. They said it was like the biggest thing in horror. This happens in horror, I think, more than any other genre, where all this hype gets kind of welled around a title, and then you see it and you're like, what the fuck is this? Yeah, by the way, again, we have episodes on all of these: Quantumania, Skinamarink, Meg 2, Haunted Mansion, and Indiana Jones. Go listen to all of them. We are all disappointed in all of them.
You know what's weird though? It's like those movies, those horror films, they always start off and you're excited about them. It's like, it's 7.0. You look up Skinamarink now, it's like at 4 point something. 4?
Yeah, because the fucking word is out.
But the worst part is like they fooled everyone, so it's too late. We all watched the damn
They already
thing.
got our money.
Bastards.
Fucks. I'm just here for Antonio Banderas. Psych, he's dead. He's fucking dead.
And then you were there for Skinamarink, and you didn't think you would just be watching walls and ceilings.
Yeah, I was here to see a movie. I watched paint dry.
I'd rather watch Antonio Banderas die in like 1 minute than watch that fucking movie.
Yeah, dude. I think I'd rather sit through a presentation for a timeshare than Skinamarink. At least at the end of the presentation, I get like a piece of pizza. Yeah, they give you like a piece of pizza and some punch. That's good. Skinamarink didn't give me shit.
This movie just punched you in the nuts.
That's right. All Skinamarink did was give me diarrhea. Mark, favorite TV series? You want to quickly call out some favorite TV shows from the year?
I just have two, unfortunately, but it's because I spent so much time with one of them, and which is Frasier. The best reboot, or what I guess a long time like continuation.
Yeah, I guess so. Continuation.
To come back from a break that long with that much, I guess, hype around it, and he's such an iconic character in TV, and the fact that they pulled it off with new characters, a new location, and it's still fun. It has so much new, but kept so much of the old, but in a good way, that it's like the perfect balance. And I'm so sad that it's over, and I really hope they pick it up, because every single episode, anytime I was having a bad day or a tough time at work, or you're just stressed and you want to decompress, I could feel the stress levels decrease because I knew I was going to watch the show.
Wow.
And I know it sounds cheesy and stupid. And it
No,
also sounds like
I
I
agree.
have no life.
I agree.
But it's a really damn good show. I honestly think if you didn't watch the other Frasier, oh, here goes Matt. Now I can make fun of Matt's chair. Looks like he's racing a car, but he ain't got a car. And a chair swiveling around. Hello.
Okay, sorry, buddy. I'm back.
That was very unprofessional.
I told you it was going to happen. Okay.
This is a podcast, goddammit. Matt had already explained that he had to do this anyways. I'm
going to leave that whole bit in. No, I'm not going to leave that in.
Where you exit.
Mark, I do.
By the way, you know what you should do? You should end the episode that way. It's just you stand up. There's no close to the year. It's just you leave.
I had to walk away. I'm sorry, everybody. I agree with Mark, though. I also loved the Frasier reboot, so I'm not even joking. It's my favorite comedy show of the year, because I too would religiously look forward to it, and I was gonna wait and hold the last episode for this week, and I couldn't. I had to watch.
Dude,
and I loved it. Every episode was great.
It's impossible to hold an episode. I wanted to do the same thing. I was like, maybe I'll build some of these up so I can watch a couple of them back to back. I did not. I watched it as soon as it came out. There was nothing else. Oh shit! Now I have a.
Now you gotta leave. Okay. See you later, buddy.
I'm sorry. I'll be right back. Now I did it.
You call yourself a professional? You son of a bitch.
Oh, I am totally not. You know what sucks? Amazon now like requires this like stupid code.
Oh,
and if
weird.
You're not there to give them the code, they just leave with your package.
What the fuck?
It's some new
Stupid
shit. I don't
Jeff
fucking
Bezos.
get it.
And have you seen now Jeff Bezos wants you to fucking put your hand on a thing at Whole Foods? Like, put your whole palm on the reader. That's how it pays.
Dude, it's like going to work for me. It's like, now I got to palm into a grocery store.
Yeah, like, come on, dude. I'm not doing that. I just wanted to fucking buy some salt. I'm not doing
now
that.
You have to like, that's the other thing too, is it's like, maybe I'm a bit paranoid, but it's like, okay, I have to log in for every goddamn thing. And now you want my biometrics? I got to give you my fucking fingerprint?
Yeah, you're not getting my DNA.
Next, it's going to be like, you got to jerk into this thing if you want to get... Actually, I don't know why he said that. He should have been more of a blood sample thing. Sorry.
Can you just go ahead and deposit some semen into this so we could determine that it's actually you? Look at that low sperm count. It is you.
Oh, yeah, you did buy the sodas.
This Mountain Dew is yours.
We are detecting a 25% decrease in your ball size.
Your sperms are unusually weak.
Dude,
Mountain Dew checks out.
Dude, I probably can't have kids after all the Mountain Dew I've had.
Dude, that's a good thing though, man. Kids suck. You've done yourself a favor, Mark. And you enjoyed some Mountain Dew at the same time. It's a win-win.
Oh, you mean I can still go to HHN with my best buddy? Damn it.
You can do things you want to do on your own time. You could spend your own money on a hand from Talk to Me, not on fucking Catholic school payments. You can actually do things like a person. Yes. Win-win. And you got to drink Code Red at the same time. I want to call out to some other series this year. They were not new, but they had continuing seasons. Bear Season 2. Only Murders Season 3.
One of
Ted
the best.
Lasso Season 3. And my favorite standalone mini-series that was like an event series, Paul T. Goldman. A show I love that like nobody watched. Paul T. Goldman is a very unique show, dude. In the spirit of The Room, you know I love crappy B movies. If you want, I love weirdos like Tommy Wiseau. if you love weirdos and that kind of weird humor and shows that kind
Like
of
Samurai Cop.
well, no, like shows that don't follow a true narrative, almost like Nathan Fielder, right? Almost like The Curse and The Rehearsal. Like, if you're like looking for something different, where you're like, is this fictional or is it real? I would highly recommend Paul T. Goldman.
But by the way, when you say it's kind of like The Room, is it bad on purpose? Like, unlike The Room, is it?
Well, that's the question.
Or is the guy nuts? Oh, so you don't?
Maybe both.
You don't know. Oh, okay.
Maybe both.
Ooh,
maybe not. That's part of the show. It's so weird. There's so many layers to it. By the way, I have started watching The Curse, but I have not finished it yet. So I'm not going to put it on my best of list, but I'm loving what I'm seeing so far.
Oh,
but
really?
I also love Nathan Fielder.
I'm looking forward to that. Yeah.
I will say this. You like The Rehearsal, right?
I do, yeah.
The Curse is very different. It's good. I think you're going to like it. But, dude, it is uncomfortable, man. It gets more uncomfortable every week. Like, super
but like in that
uncomfortable.
Awkward and
yeah, a little bit like
secondhand embarrassing.
I had to pause and take a break the last couple episodes.
Really?
Yeah, because it was like I was even. I don't know if I'm just getting like weak in my old age, but I was like, I have to walk away. It's like too much cringe for me.
Oh, interesting. That cringe humor is weird in that way, right? Like sometimes it really works, and then there's like, I don't know if that means it's the most successful, but sometimes it makes you just want to bounce.
Yes. Yeah. And Nathan Fielder is like he's skilled at it. He's a master. But I think this is the most uncomfortable out of all of them that I have felt, The Curse. But again, I'm loving what I'm seeing so far, but I'm not putting it on my list yet because I technically haven't finished.
By the way, is it something that has a definitive end, or is it like a multi-seasonal thing they're trying to do?
I think this is going to have a definitive end. I think it's one and done because Emma Stone's in it. She's not hanging out for more than one season.
Yeah, she has a movie career.
Yeah, dude, she's got big movies on people's top 10 lists that neither of us have seen. Like that Poor Things movie where she's like apparently has sex like all throughout it.
Oh,
I heard that's like the most awkward movie. Like, don't bring your family to see Poor Things.
Anything by that director, don't take your family to see. By the way, you see the Yorgos Lanthimos, or what is his name?
Yep.
I don't know, whatever.
Yorgos Lanthimos.
Part of. By the way, speaking of that cringe element, his movies for me have that factor where I'm just like,
if you're
too, like weird and like.
Even The Lobster, which I think is like that guy's most accessible movie.
It's his best movie.
It's his best movie, but it's also his most accessible. That's also still a movie that gives me cringe that I would be like, I don't know if I would share this with someone. That guy's movies are best viewed alone by yourself.
Yeah, so you can jerk off to it.
Absolutely. Gotta jerk it. Gotta jerk it. And then when you reach climax, you go, Yorgos Lanthimos! Doesn't that sound like an evil Kryptonian guy who like wants Superman dead? Like, Yorgos Lanthimos!
Oh my god!
Son of Kal-El, you will meet Yorgos Lanthimos! Zack Snyder should have put that in his fucking Justice League movie.
He's gonna be in Rebel Moon.
Dude, are you gonna watch Rebel Moon?
Fuck yeah, I'm
watching that shit. I'm watching Rebel Moon for sure.
Zack Snyder, by the way, Zack Snyder, something's going on with him where his effects are looking worse the more he makes movies. Is he getting less money?
No, here's my theory. He needs glasses. But he's too embarrassed to admit that he needs glasses, so he's just faking it. Like during some of the visual reviews, they're like, is this okay? Is this an approved shot? And he's like, yeah,
dude. I'm not naming any names or anything, but I've worked with a cinematographer that every time he submits footage, it's always slightly blurry, and nobody has the balls to tell him he needs glasses.
Dude, Zack Snyder. That's Zack Snyder.
Maybe
that's
he's using that guy.
Yes. Rebel Moon. That guy needs glasses. Dude, I recently, as somebody who recently had to get glasses full time, Zack Snyder, go get glasses, dude.
Oh, you have to wear glasses full time?
Almost full time, except for when I'm driving. I don't drive with them. But like any other time now, as you just noticed on our HHN trip,
a wake of destruction behind you.
Yeah, I have to have glasses on. That's my theory. Zack Snyder is trying to cover for the fact that he's sensitive about not wanting to look like a nerd. So he doesn't want to have glasses on. So he's faking it.
By the way, you can always tell there's like the director is either a nerd, average or under the height of most people, and they always have one. It's always like super hot, tough lady that beats people up.
Yep.
Epic sci-fi,
Yep.
and then you see the director's like nerd.
You're like, that guy's got boobies. Not Zack Snyder. That's the thing. He's like a Chad. He's like a tough guy with ripped, works out. That's why he doesn't want to tell people he needs glasses. He's embarrassed about it. So he's
puts
lying.
on glasses and he has a body like your normal. He has no muscles whatsoever.
He deflates. It's like
it's just been this hair pattern on his chest that he hasn't noticed.
Dude, you know those muscle suits that kids wear when they want to be like superheroes on Halloween with like the built-in muscles? That's what he has on. And he goes home and he unzips it and he like takes it off and climbs out.
He smells like, really bad because it's like synthetic.
He's like a flabby doughboy. He's got BO problems and stuff. My secret is safe again. Rebel Moon.
By the way, the one thing that bothered me about Rebel Moon, it was like, that really annoys me when you see the end of the trailer. It's like part 1, and then it's like, here's the other parts with really shitty titles,
and you're like,
those
yeah,
are
none of that
soon.
means anything to me. Like Scar Giver. I'm like, what? This sounds like shit that like a second grader would come up with. Like, doesn't that sound cool, man? My story's called The Scar Giver. Also, by the way, I think my glasses theory is correct. If you look at Army of the Dead, the movie that has that super shallow depth of field where you can't fucking see anything, yeah, it's because the director can't see. This is only proving my point, guys.
He thinks it's actually better than it is because he knows he's blind, but it's actually worse.
Yeah, to him it looks normal. But to everyone else, we're like, that doesn't look right. And nobody has the balls to say anything to him.
I have friends like that where they're like, no, I don't need glasses. And they're like, well, you ask them what time it is, and they're like, squinting down to a 2020. It's like, that's not the way you
Then they go,
live
Siri,
life.
what time is it? That time is 4:31 p.m.
Dude, it's crazy. Your watch hasn't made any noise.
Now that you've said that, that bitch is going to wake up.
Like,
well, Mark,
me.
I think that's it for our favorites of 2023. I want to say... Oh, wait, no, go ahead.
I have one last one just to prove that I like animated stuff. The other thing I wanted to mention for TV was Brickleberry, and it's so stupid and it's dumb, but I laughed my ass off watching it. It's so stupid.
Well, you've made me want to watch it.
Trigger alert. I don't know why there are so many rape jokes in the show. So if that bothers you, I don't recommend it. But I think it's Daniel Tosh. So what do you expect? You know, it's like those, those stand-up comedians that are like, I'm just gonna say the most crazy shit
possible. Yeah.
And then
like Anthony Jeselnik.
Carr.
Jimmy Carr, Anthony Jeselnik, those kind of guys. Yeah, they just like shock value statements.
Yeah. And so I'll tell you one time, I think that does get a bit old. It's like, okay, we get it. You like telling rape jokes.
He's his favorite raper. Mark, I think that's it then, right?
I think so, yeah. That's a pretty good summation. I think that was
amazing. I also want to say thank you to everybody who's listened to this show. If you have been with us from the beginning, or you just found us this year, or maybe you're hate watching us, I don't know what you do, or you're hate listening to us. Is that a thing? Do people hate listen to podcasts?
Hey, as long as they're listening.
As long as you're listening. Maybe sign up for Patreon too. Hey, we want to thank you guys.
So you can hate yourself by spending money on the people you hate.
Exactly. Double the hate. Double. We want to thank you guys for following us, listening to us and our bullshit about movies. We will be back next year. We'll be back. I don't know when exactly we'll be back, but we'll be back next month at some point. Probably gonna be retro reviews for a little while. I'm totally serious because I don't think anything's coming out besides like Rebel Moon. Maybe we'll do a Rebel Moon episode.
Oh yeah, I'd be down for that.
But that's it. Mark, anything you want to tell the people before we sign off here?
I would echo Matt's comments and thanks so much for watching us. We're just like two friends that love movies. So the fact that we have an audience is really cool. And it's nice. I want to also thank all the guests that, thanks to you, Matt, we've had on the show. And
shit, I should have said that. Thank you, guests. Everyone. Yes, thank you.
And it's been a big shout out to Tommy too, because it was nice to see him more frequently. And
yeah,
we love spending time with all our guests and we love them also. Thanks to all of them.
Fuck yeah, well said, dude. Thank you to our guests, listeners, friends, everybody who's on this Matt and Mark movie show train with us. My cat for consistently bombing the show, like he's doing now. Producer in the booth. Everybody, thank you. That's it. It's a wrap on 2023. We're out of here. We'll see you next year. Mark will come back as a resident expert on Piranha 2, The Spawning.
Yeah.
We're out of here. Peace.
Peace.